been going on for a little too long.
Well, first, it's all about the cell. 3 cell matches tonight. Are you kidding me? It's going to be a great night.
Maybe we see 4. Maybe they have Retribution in the Hurt Business.
That was just added to the card. Yeah, you never know.
Maybe it ends in no contest, and then they say, let's bring down the cell, and we'll throw everybody in.
Well, do you like the red cell, first of all? Do you like it being red? Or would you rather it be that old silver?
With the dipped rubber on it, it makes it less dangerous, I guess you could say. When you have that cold steel and metal, that's just, it looks badass. But when you have it dipped in red, it looks cool to the eye, but when you think about it for a match, think of dipped rubber. You ever get hit with dipped rubber?
No, but I can imagine it's not the same.
It's not, when you're putting someone's face up against it. Metal looks a lot better than just the red rubber,
Absolutely.
Will it be a good night? We'll see. There's not that many matches. There were 5 before the show. They just announced another one. A member of the Hurt Business will face a member of Retribution. I don't think that'll start cleanly. As we get some shenanigans here, whether it be from Retribution or The Fiend. I don't know. It might just be the intro.
It might be just the intro. Yeah. We're looking at it live right now.
They usually do something like this for Hell in a Cell. They like to
mess around a little bit.
Play a little bit with it. The cell itself, it's been the same. There's really not much to change about it. Among other things that they've done that have been modernized, I guess you could say. But the cell, nothing's really changed about it.
Do you like the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, like itself? Do you like it? You'd rather just have one match on a random card?
I don't like the gimmick pay-per-views. Okay. Go away from Elimination Chamber, TLC. Right. It forces you to do the match. Right. So it makes the match feel less special. Mm-hmm. So say you do...
And like tonight, we got 3 of them.
You're forcing 3 of them, like Sasha and Bayley.
That doesn't need to be in a cell.
That doesn't need to be in a cell in their first match. Right. This I could see being a Hell in a Cell
the one that was called first. Yes,
Uso
absolutely.
And Reigns.
Yes.
McIntyre and Orton I can see inside Hell in a Cell because of the outside interference. They've done a good job of setting up these Hell in a Cell matches, but it feels forced.
Right.
They've done good with what they've been given. But going into tonight, I'm not too high on it. There's a few rematches on here that have a little twist to them. So it kind of raises the stakes, but at the same time, it's a rematch. So it could either end up good or it could end up, it's the same shit we've seen. So to be determined after the matches end. But we can go through our predictions. It's a short card right now.
Right. There's 6 matches now because they added that one with the Hurt Business. But all right, so we'll just start because we don't know really who's going to be in the Hurt Business, the one person and the one person. So we'll stay away from that one, and when we get to it, we'll call that one. But
I don't think it's going to end cleanly. But that
you'll go with that?
You have to have someone from Retribution win
because they've already lost on.
They lost on Monday night.
Yeah.
You cannot have them lose again tonight. You can't, especially on pay-per-view. Right. I think a member of Retribution will win.
Okay, and you know what? I'm with you on that too, depending on who it is. But yeah, absolutely, I'm with you on that. Oh, look at the big pyro display for Hell in a Cell. That looks good. That looks fun to be there if it could be there live. Right now, we're still with no audience. Wow, they're going all out. Oh, my goodness.
It is Hell in a Cell. Jeez. They love to do the fire for Hell in a Cell.
That was a good one, though, huh? Wow. All right, so with the Money in the Bank contract match, The Miz and Otis, who do you see? Does Otis keep it?
There's no way you could do this match.
Well, you were telling us early on about your little thing.
This is something I thought about. I tweeted it out.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
I'm going to fix that real quick.
Yeah. So 10 years ago, almost to the day, Miz was the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, and Randy Orton was champion. Now, tonight, you have Miz fighting for the briefcase, and you have Orton fighting for the title. Just something I thought about, not really a prediction. What if they have Miz win the briefcase and Orton win the title, and Miz cashes in on Orton? Could it happen? Almost 10 years exactly. I believe Miz cashed in on November. What the hell did they do? Did they raise the cage back up and then lower it again? Probably for the people who don't get the real, I don't know. Whatever they do, who cares? But I think Miz is going to win. There's no way you can have this match and just have Otis.
I love your prediction. I didn't even think about all that, but I love the prediction when you were telling about it earlier on in the day.
I like to think in depth. That's the difference between our Impact watch-along. I can't really get into it like I do for this, but I put a lot more thinking into the WWE than I do Impact Wrestling. Corey Graves and Michael Cole starting off here. Sasha Banks and Bayley are going to kick off the show.
So what do you got? Let's do that prediction.
No, wait. It's going to be Roman and Jey Uso.
Wow.
Oh, I said to him earlier, if they start with this, it's a big mistake.
He's gonna go crazy. Well,
he acknowledged what I said earlier about this should not open the show.
so they're gonna finish with, obviously.
That's the set main event in McIntyre and Orton.
So since they're going with that, what do you think? Go ahead. What's your prediction in this match?
Oh, I think Reigns is gonna win.
Reigns gonna win.
There's no way.
Yeah. You think Jey gets any offense in? Like,
he'll get offense.
It's going to be a good match.
Get the kendo stick, the chair, the usual Hell in a Cell.
I totally agree. I think it's definitely going to be Roman all day, but I think it's going to be a good match. I think this match can make Jey Uso as a good singles competitor, you know what I mean, with his brother being on the show.
He had a good showing at Clash of Champions.
Exactly, and I think this will take him to that next level.
I think Roman helped him a little bit.
Well, absolutely. Yeah, but Roman's the best guy for him to do this now.
He's good.
You know? But I love all this story, too. Look at the story. It's just family. You know, they have all that stuff with it.
It's a layered storyline, which they usually don't have.
Yeah, you can peel it off like an onion. You keep on going deeper and deeper into it. But, yeah, we both agree with Roman. Do you want to just go by match, or do you want to just...
match by match.
All right, so from there, we'll just go down the card. WWE Championship match, which is in another cell. Drew McIntyre, the champion, versus Randy Orton.
I have Orton winning.
You have Orton winning? Wow.
I've picked Orton every match they've had.
Okay.
SummerSlam, Clash of Champions, and now I've had Orton in every single match. I mean, if you're going to do this the third time and not have Orton win, I mean, I'm all for McIntyre being a top guy in the company, but even Dan has said it before. I would just love to see Orton have the title right now. Does he need it? No. Do I want him to have it? Yes. Do I think he can win tonight? Yes. I'm not totally ruling out Drew McIntyre winning tonight, but I do think Orton will take the belt tonight.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad prediction either. I see where you're going with that, but I don't think Drew's going to lose it until WrestleMania. I think he's holding it, and I don't think he's going to get beaten for this title until WrestleMania because I think they need to keep on building him to be strong. But I do see where you're going with the two because Randy would make sense as well, too. That's why this is such a good toss-up match because you can't pick out.
It makes sense more than the other matches
50-50 on this one because literally it's split down the middle because of that.
This one I'm 50-50, but I'm leaning Orton just because I want to see that title change.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they're going to have one major title change hands. We can get into the next one with Sasha Banks and Bayley.
Yes, SmackDown's Women's Championship in a cell, another cell match we were just talking about.
I think Sasha's going to win.
Yeah, me too. I totally agree with you.
Being main event, but as of I think it was today or yesterday, Orton and McIntyre are supposed to main event. But I think if you're going to have McIntyre and Orton be the main event, you're going to end on Drew McIntyre retaining again.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? If I was going to have Reigns and McIntyre both retain, I'd rather have Reigns close the show.
Yeah, I mean, I could see where you're going with that. But I think maybe that also makes Drew look more special. Makes you know what I'm saying?
They haven't had Drew main event as champion. So, but I don't know. I think they've been building this up more than Drew and Randy.
Oh, absolutely.
They've done a lot
because they know this storyline.
They've done a lot more with this than they have Randy and Drew. That's the main thing that makes me think, all right, Orton's going to take the title.
And it very well could be. And like I said, I just think Drew, they need to keep strong. They need to not have him lose until WrestleMania.
Dan, they're opening up with Reigns and Uso. See, he gave the thumbs down. I told him earlier, I said, if they started with this match, it's going to be a big, you know what they might do? What if Uso walks down to the ring and he just says he quits right off the bat? It's an I quit match.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'll build up to it.
What if he's had enough of it and he just says, I quit?
Look at this. He's all in white, comes out all in white. Look at this. That thing around his neck, what is that called?
A lay.
A lay. There you go. Look at he comes down with it. He's ready. You know what, though? Not for nothing. Jey doesn't look like he's missing his brother when he comes down the ring. Like, he looks like he could be a single competitor, too,
which I like. Maybe it is his brother.
You know what? You're right.
Maybe
you know what? Maybe it is Jimmy.
Maybe there's a little twin magic tonight.
I didn't quit. That was my brother. Oh, I see it now. Yes. Yes. There you go, buddy. But real quick, so you think it's going to be Sasha. I think it's going to be Sasha. The way it's calling Sasha's name, this whole storyline has been calling for Sasha. Sasha gets the title back tonight.
If they don't have Sasha win tonight, then she's going to win it down the road somewhere. But you have to think of it. There's not another quote-unquote real pay-per-view until TLC in December. Because Survivor Series is brand versus brand.
As far as
not
we know,
a true,
yes. Right.
You know, you're not going to have Reigns defending his title against Daniel Bryan there. You're going to have Reigns against McIntyre, Reigns against Orton. So you're not going to see true pay-per-view, you know.
Unless they pull a fast one and change it on us. Yeah, I totally agree with what they're going to do.
if they have Bayley retain, are they going to wait to do that again at TLC? Or are they going to have Banks beat Bayley on a random SmackDown?
Which is true, yeah.
Right before Survivor Series.
Yep.
So I think whoever walks out tonight as champion in any of these matches, you're going to see them as champion going into December. So
absolutely. And then we have Jeff Hardy versus Elias. I mean, the story really isn't a story there. It happened, 3-4 months ago, the whole smash.
And then they just brought it back, which I think is good because they never really called back. Oh, Reigns has got, what is that, a white or gold glove? He usually wears the glove on his right hand. But I think Elias is going to win. They want to push Elias coming back from injury. Hasn't been there in a while. There's no way you can bring him back and have him lose. So I think Elias is.
I'm gonna disagree with you, and I love Elias, but I'm going with Jeff Hardy. I think Jeff Hardy on the brand and everything needs to get a win here. Elias, they don't mind him losing for some reason. They never care about him winning for some reason. Now, do I agree with it? No, but I just don't think they're gonna have Jeff Hardy lose to Elias. Which honestly, if they wanted to get Elias on a win streak, this would be the guy they do.
That's what I'm saying. They want to bring him back and bring him back with a push. Jeff Hardy can take the loss.
Oh, he can, absolutely. I just don't think they're going to do it here. I think they're going to keep Jeff Hardy strong because they need him for the brand. And then we already talked about the Money in the Bank contract match. You took The Miz. I'm going with The Miz as well because I love your prediction with it. I think that's great.
That thing I have with Miz cashing in on Orton has WWE written all over it. Yeah. I could see them. And I looked at the calendar, too. I believe he cashed in November 23rd in 2010.
That's right. You were saying this.
And November 23rd is a Monday this year, and they're both on Monday Night Raw. So could we see The Miz win the briefcase tonight, Orton win the title in the main event, and maybe November 23rd after Survivor Series? Could you see it going into TLC? I don't know. It has WWE written all over it. And that's absolutely your perfect winter feud.
Yeah.
Because you're before Rumble. You don't want to do anything big before WrestleMania season because you want to die down your feuds to build back up into WrestleMania season. So I could see them doing a Miz Orton feud just for December.
Absolutely.
Just to kind of,
Yep.
And they had their last match at the Rumble in 2011.
Yes.
So for the title.
Hey, if they rekindle that whole thing, like I said, I don't think Orton's going to win tonight, but if they did and they do this, what we're talking about, I would love that because I think Orton and Miz, the promos, the whole storyline they could tell would be fantastic.
The stars align perfectly for that. Miz getting the briefcase, Orton getting the title, November 23rd. Sitting right there for him on a Monday night.
And like we said,
right
WWE
after
loves
Survivor Series.
Rehash storylines. They love doing that, especially with something like this. The story's already written. You just continue it from like we were saying back 2010.
It's perfect. Then at Survivor Series, you could do Orton and Reigns. You could maybe do a family thing there, maybe with Cowboy Bob Orton coming in. Samoan. I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, how many people want to see Reigns and McIntyre again after their lengthy feud in 2018, 2019? I think they feuded for a long time. I know Roman Reigns is new, but he's still the same person.
Oh,
it's not like he's just completely brand new.
No, he just got Paul Heyman now, so it's the same. Yeah, I totally agree.
It's just a different side of him. Yep. So I think the stars align just too well for WWE to
absolutely
to not do that Miz and Orton thing. That just. Do I want to see it? Not really.
You wouldn't hate it, though.
I wouldn't completely hate it.
It wouldn't be any worse than what they do is what I'm going with. You know what I mean?
Is it something new and different? Yes.
Yeah.
Which is what they need. But,
ladies and gentlemen,
who is this?
I am not a yellow pillow.
Who is this?
Pistol Pete Tringali.
The tribal chief?
This is
the tribal
chief.
Dan Marino, really? number 13.
Dan Marty, the guy that makes all the magic happen behind the scenes.
I can't believe this is the one match on the show I wanted to see, and they're opening with it.
You're seeing it now.
I said that to you earlier.
Can you try and keep track of some of the messages on your phone like last night? Because I'm having no luck again. But the good news is, starting with the next pay-per-view, as long as one of you two bring a laptop that has we should be able to hardwire it.
Okay.
I won't be able to with mine.
I'll bring mine.
Does yours have a hardwire capability?
Yeah.
Then we'll be all set right here, right on the set.
Please.
So this should be the end of the stress of that. We're getting better with this. We're dual streaming on YouTube and Facebook right now.
Which one do you want me to go on first?
Just do the YouTube one.
Okay.
We need more moderators if we're going to to monitor the Facebook.
Maybe Rick B can do it.
Slick Rick is the tribal chief of the Boston Wrestling Sports fan base, to say the very least. Rick, I don't know if you're joining us tonight. I saw we have Kevin with us tonight, Stoney,
Just one Kevin?
Smokey, Tina, Tania, whatever your name troop may be. Larson is with us. I think Larson has a friend with him, he said. I can't check your messages right now. I'm probably going to kind of get up and down throughout the night, as I'm sure things will go wrong as they usually do. But Dave is going to call up the YouTube right now.
All right.
The Guardian is here. I know he's a friend of yours from down in southwestern Connecticut, I believe.
Southwestern Connecticut.
All right. He's got, look at that, a little
There you
DC, baby. He's got that unlimited internet. We really don't look scented, though, do we?
You need to get over a
Well,
little
story
bit.
of my life. Next time I get up,
I'll do it.
now look at that. I see the white pants on Jey Uso.
That's what I already
Does that make you think we'll see a little color? Little blood
like
maybe
last
in
night,
the
Like
yeah.
cell.
they did last night with Moose and EC3.
You notice the little glove on Roman Reigns' hand? It's gold. Matt pointed that out. Usually black.
It's like when Seth Rollins had the gold boot at WrestleMania.
I have a feeling there's going to be a special Mattel exclusive Elite action figure coming out.
I can't
with
wait.
That glove.
Let's go. Get that fucking out of the way. No one wants to see that.
What was it?
Something that said show your support thing. There we go. Now we're set. Dan the man. Woohoo.
Who's that? Who's that? Oh, Larson, you've got to lay off Maria or she's going to kill you. Maria Davis, I don't know if you knew this, is that scored tickets to the Pittsburgh Steelers game today, so she will not be with us.
She told me that.
Oh, well, that's right. I forgot that you two have your relations off of
On Instagram.
premieres. Yes,
There we
I
go.
forgot about that. You got a little Annie.
I don't know about that.
No, I wouldn't ever say that about my dear friend Maria. But I'm happy that you guys are with us. Hopefully you have Hell in a Cell on. Hopefully we have a show worth watching. I'm still trying to figure out what it was that we watched last night. I think it was supposed to be a pro wrestling show. There was some semblances of pro wrestling, but there was a whole lot of something.
Man, Reigns looks great.
Now, what is your prediction for this match, you guys?
We both have Reigns.
And I third that one.
Yeah.
I mean, how can, and I love Jey Uso. I love the fact that they're doing something with Jey Uso while the brother's injured, as opposed to just having him sit at home. You know what I mean? But
Absolutely. But now, can you see Jey being a singles competitor, or do you think this is as far as it goes?
I would have him do it until the brother's ready to come back and work. I think he's done outstanding with the opportunity given to him.
Right.
Is the
But
way
you
I'll
don't
word
want to
it
split
best.
up that tag team, is what you're saying.
No. They're too
You know how
good.
confusing that match would be if they face each other?
But I tell you this, I want your opinion on this because I'm interested to know if you may be watching.
Oh, they're answering your question. Reason Cell was up is because of Truth and Gulak.
No, but at the end of the kickoff show, remember they were lowering it?
Yeah.
And I said they're going to kick off with the Hell in a Cell match. Then when they started the show, and the main show, they were lowering it again. So if you go back and you watch the end of the kickoff show, it was coming down. Then they started the main show, and they brought it back down.
Yeah. Well, let's hear.
I'm liking this so far. I'll tell you that
Ooh,
much.
I
I
like
want your opinion on this one, Dave, because I know you don't know Glantz very well.
No, I
But
don't.
Glantz was at one point disgusted that I made the insinuation that I thought the Usos were a better team than the Young Bucks.
Oh, no, the Usos are way better.
All
Absolutely.
right, well, then we agree.
I think the Usos are better.
Oh, my God. The Young Bucks,
Once you've seen one of their matches, you've pretty much seen
Here's
all
the
of them.
thing: is they're good in the indies. They come to the WWE. They're not going to be like that. It's not going to be the same. People want to see what the Usos can do because they can also sell, they wrestle, they don't
sell. Imagine having to put that over as a quality in professional wrestling.
It's pretty
in
sad that you
2020.
can't with the
They
Young
sell.
Bucks. They don't do
They're
anything.
just spot monkeys.
Yeah,
They go in, they do their spots, and they get out. That's pretty much
Glantz is a Young Bucks guy.
Is he?
Glantz.
I don't know who Gallant is, but yeah.
No, not
Acknowledge my
not
socks.
Glantz,
The Guardian of
Glantz.
Chaos.
Well, everyone's acknowledging those socks.
From Chaos Corner.
The good thing is that Vicente Rey did not take out his Mr. Socko.
Please.
Yes.
Oh, did I just get a strange? Oh, gee. Oh, did I just get a strange message? All right, let's see. Out in
it from
tax
Marty?
today. No.
Not that strange.
No, well, no, maybe even stranger. You know, I can't imagine they're watching. Do you remember in 1994 or 5, someone broke into the old garden? They shimmied across the rafters and they stole the banner of Larry Bird, Reggie Lewis, Robert Parrish, Kevin
Really?
McHale. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, it was
story.
a huge thing.
I was young.
I went to high school and was friendly with the person that did it. He just
What?
messaged me. Yeah, he actually had the banner that hung at the garden with those 8 numbers in his garage. But then the Celtics put out like a reward for, I don't know how many thousands of dollars, and then everybody ratted him out.
Did he get in big trouble?
He was a high school kid.
So they probably didn't.
No. But
Wow.
that was who just messaged me. Isn't that a funny? Don't I know some interesting people? But that was who just messaged me, which I thought was weird. But anyway, back to the Jey Uso clash with Roman Reigns. You know, there's really only one thing I don't like about what they're doing with Roman right now, is that they took this whole tribal chief at the head of the table from Pete Tringali. And I don't know why they went that route.
Took his gimmick.
They took his
I
gimmick.
took it.
Different territory.
But I love everything they've done with Roman since he returned at SummerSlam. And I have to say this, the fresh coat of paint that Jey Uso has been given does nothing but help everybody involved.
Absolutely.
Other than maybe Jimmy, but Jimmy's injured right now.
What about little Jimmy?
Yeah, they brought that
Little
out
Jimmy.
back out of nowhere. R-Truth's been using the little Jimmy thing again.
I thought his name was Little Johnny.
Huh?
Oh, no. Little
called?
Johnny was what someone called John
okay.
Cena Sr. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they brought back that little Jimmy thing again.
Just randomly.
R-Truth's been doing it all of a sudden.
Well, you know what? When you got to trim payroll, you got to go with the ones that work cheap, I guess.
Yeah, non-existent.
I just wish this wasn't first, is my only thought.
I said to him earlier, we were going over the matches on the computer. Oh, Spear. I was going to say go for a cover right now, but it's an I Quit match.
Where is Paul Heyman? I don't see him. Oh, he's outside the cell. Okay.
Do you think he'll weasel his way in?
What do you think of the red cell? You like that better?
If I was at the arena watching it, no.
But on TV, you like
On
it?
TV, it's fine.
Yeah, I get
I
you.
think if I was at the building, though, and have all those red bars kind of blocking it, I wouldn't be a fan. One man's opinion.
Right.
Do you think the Elimination Chamber should be red?
I think the Elimination Chamber should be done away with for several years, but
What about the Punjabi prison, though?
They used it well.
I like that because they used it when they needed it, as
Right.
opposed to every year it was,
What we seen in Philadelphia.
Punjabi mania.
Yeah, we seen it in Philadelphia.
And we
remember?
had nice sandwiches before.
Yeah.
I was there, but I didn't know you guys then.
You
Oh.
didn't enjoy the sandwiches with us then.
Yeah, and the
Where we
Brewers
go,
lost that day
Geno's.
too.
Is that where we went, Geno's? There's Geno's and Pat's. I forget which is which.
We went to
I like
Geno's.
them both.
I don't like either of them.
No.
You don't?
I don't like cheese.
Oh,
So I wouldn't
okay.
get them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, when we went to
We went and
So you don't like pizza or anything?
nothing with cheese. No mac and cheese, no grilled cheese.
Oh my goodness. No pizza then. Wow.
he wasn't even a big fan of Al Snow and Steve Blackman. What are you gonna do? Did you get that one?
I don't know.
No, their nickname was Head Cheese.
I was just gonna say head cheese.
One of the
Wow, man. So
worst
that means all your
names of the
sandwiches,
era.
everything, no cheese.
No cheese. I'm a picky eater. I don't eat anything.
Really?
He's a lot like me, yeah. You know how weird I am.
Oh
about
yeah, you don't
certain
get no
worse
ketchup
than
on
him.
your cheese, nothing. Jesus. I eat anything, man. I mean, gotta.
So
Well,
Annie is.
That's what happens with the yaps, I guess.
I like that one, Danny. Oh man, that's a good one. Let's go.
So I wonder how these guys really don't have.
I'm mad at this match because I can't. I want to get into this, but I like a first match, so then you can build into this match.
You know,
what
it's not going to be too over the top if it's opening.
it's like, come on.
So we can see Sasha and Bayley do their cosplay.
Is that the main event? Do you think, or is it going to be
Savage
Drew
and
or
Eddie Guerrero?
Drew
What's
or
that?
Randy or?
Oh, it's got to be Drew. They
They
can't
do-
put
I
that
will
warn
garbage
them,
on
McIntyre.
Larry.
Honestly,
They were set
I
for the
hope
main-
it's the girl just to see his reaction. That's
I'll
my
get up
favorite
and
thing.
go in the other room at that
His
point.
reactions are the best.
Orton and McIntyre was up for the main event, I believe, around yesterday.
Oh, okay. The way it was written on the card when I wrote it is exactly
Look
like
at
this. That's
that
why it
man
blows
fly.
me away.
Who's better, that or Montez Ford? Montez Ford gets some height on his
But
splashes.
Montez Ford looks like he weighs about 80 pounds.
I mean, 100 pounds.
It looks good, but
Jey Uso looks like a man.
Mm.
And all right, that's a little over the top, but
he's thick.
he's thicker. All right, we'll go with that.
Nice and thick.
Uh-oh.
Please,
What do we got?
not,
The
please not a
toolbox?
kendo stick.
The tool. Oh, a strap.
Samoan
a
strap.
belt.
Well, another thing you find under every professional wrestling ring is a leather strap.
Absolutely.
Always
Samoan
needed
strap.
a Samoan
Obviously.
strap. I'm sorry. Maybe that's why we've never had one in an MWF ring. We don't rent it from Samoans.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
who's
funny.
Larson?
Larson is one of our dear friends.
He's
Larson
saying
Markov.
Dan Marotti's farts smell
Oh.
bad. I don't
Larson, I don't know why you get such amusement out of that.
know. I don't even know what that means.
Nothing.
He just, it's something he brings up. Let's talk wrestling. Let's have some fun, brother.
Oh,
Oh,
Hellacious. See, we can actually use that word a lot tonight because it's Hell in a Cell.
I'm going to tell you this, Larson. If Maria was here tonight,
Shoot
or you
on.
were in Pittsburgh, she might be doing that to you with the strap.
Oh, dude.
Maria, we miss you, kid, if you watch the replay of this. Now, this whole feud is it's been one of the better parts of WWE TV for a couple of months now.
Larson wants us to turn the camera to the screen.
We can't do that. We'll get in just a little bit of trouble.
All you have to do is go to WWEnetwork.com and you can watch what we're watching.
For free.
We're a 2-screen experience.
Yes.
Actually, I think no. On
You get a free month.
they're not doing it. No, that's
3 months for 99 cents. That's it.
that was it.
Yeah, 3 months for 9 cents.
So you got to
Come on, man,
cough
it's
up a buck.
$1. You can do that. Larson is your name. Yeah, Larson.
Reno Chastain might even be able to pull. Well, I don't know.
Brian D wants to know, Dan, didn't Heidenreich have little Johnny?
Heidenreich had someone that he spoke to too, but I don't think his name was it Johnny? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Maybe Heidenreich had a little Johnny.
He did speak to someone
Yeah,
now that I think,
yeah.
you might be right, Brian.
I wish you were at the WrestleCon and WrestleMania weekend. It was the one in Orlando. Heidenreich had this deal, I guess, set up with the promoter that brought him in, where it wasn't for a flat fee. They were just going to split what they sold for autographs 50-50.
Okay.
Well, come the end of the weekend, Heidenreich sold $80 worth of autographs.
That's it?
So they split $40 each.
Oh, my God.
Heidenreich, he was dressed in the LOD outfit. He took tables and started flipping them.
Why?
Doink and dink. Because he spent the weekend signing autographs and his payday was $40.
Oh, that's what. Okay. Well, I didn't know. I thought he expected.
He took Doink and Dink's table. It looked like 9/11. He flipped the table up in the air, and hundreds of 8x10s were just slowly floating.
Were you laughing?
Oh, yeah.
Were people
If I was
nervous?
a little closer and he came near my table, I would not have been laughing. But I was far enough away from it where I could just visually enjoy the comedy of Heidenreich's $40 payoff for WrestleCon.
Larson's going crazy.
Larson, what's wrong, brother?
He says, I think bringing back Sid as Roman Reigns' manager is key for Roman.
I would have liked to have seen Sid and Roman back when Sid was in his prime.
He
I
wants
think
him
that
at
would have
his-
been a really cool opponent. I could see Sid taking the big spear from the
yeah.
tribal chief that sits at the head of the table, like Pete Tringali.
I don't even know what Kevin means. I don't know what that is.
Kevin's a good man. What did he say?
He said he can fill his gas tank up and still have enough for McDonald's. I don't know what that means.
Oh, the $40.
Oh, yeah. Good call,
Heidenreich.
Kevin. There you go.
No, that was an odd scene and a
I
funny
would have loved
scene.
to see that.
Just
That's a
Doink
big
and
man,
Dink.
too.
Not only did Doink and Dink lose their table, but all of the 8x10s were everywhere.
What did they do?
They were like, what the fuck? They're just sitting there signing, and then all of a sudden, Heidenreich, imagine someone just coming and flipping the table with the stack of 8x10s.
Was it packed in there, too?
You've seen how many people go
No,
to
I didn't know if it was
WrestleCon?
near the end or what. That's
it
what I
was
meant.
busy enough.
Yeah. Where
And then
did people
Heidenreich
just stop doing everything?
Stormed off.
Oh,
He
so
didn't-
what is this? A strap match, an I
This
Quit
is-
match, and a Hell in a Cell match.
It's
This
a
is
little bit of
whatever you
everything.
want it to be match, pretty much. You know how WWE works.
Maybe it'll even be cinematic. Maybe something will come out of Roman's golden glove.
Who knows? Maybe they'll bring out a bat. We can put a bat in there. Everything, you know.
And
Good.
on 2020
nice
wrestling, I don't
superkick,
think
though. I
we'll
like
see a bat.
Never know, man. You don't know what's underneath the ring of a WWE.
Maybe Sting.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's right around when he first came to WWE, right? Survivor Series.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, here we go. Choking him with it. Oh, you missed his head,
I
bud.
think you missed.
Yeah, you missed it again.
You missed
2
it again.
times.
Oh no! Come on, brother.
Oh,
Just
there we go.
do whatever you have to do, but just get it around his head.
Oh,
That was awesome.
Hey, I'll continue to say this. For those that may not be as big of a fan of this feud as I am, Jey Uso has done nothing but up his stock. He has much more value with what he's done the past few months than he did before as primarily a tag team wrestler.
Oh, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
See, Roman looks like he should be struggling more to get, unless he's ready to pass out, to try and
That's
yank
exactly
it a little,
Uh-oh.
you know, but he could be done.
but he
Imagine
can't
that.
quit. He's passed out. Oh,
All right, you
oh.
Well, you know, I think he had a little bit of boost energy from our good friends, BoostOxygen.com. Available at fine retailers everywhere as well as online. You think maybe he had a little boost of oxygen in his glove?
Maybe he sneaked one. Yeah, maybe he sneaked the pocket size in his glove.
Who does he think he is, Mr. Wonderful or what?
Maybe he thinks he's Nancy.
Well,
yeah.
Nancy
Somebody
thinks
said
I really
Guardian
need it
Gas
at
loves
my age.
Boost.
Who loves booze?
I don't know.
The
Guardians
Guardian
of Chaos.
Chaos.
No, when you are involved in as much chaos as the Guardian, I guess you
Kevin
need
says
oxygen.
Tony Atlas was my favorite wrestler on your show. Friday night show was awesome with live chat.
Oh, good. Well, we hope to have Tony back Saturday, November the 14th.
Mark Neville, ever watch Game of Thrones?
No.
Yes, but
Oh, you've watched it. Okay.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
a
a-
good show?
it's all right. It's long though, very
Yeah.
long. It's good, but it's long.
No, what do you mean it's long?
Every
Good,
episode's like
but long.
an hour, so it's like 48 minutes. And if you're trying to watch a full season,
Oh,
you have to
so
invest a
much
lot of time.
slow.
Yeah,
It's like The Walking
it's
Dead.
a slow watch until
Yeah.
near the end.
Walking Dead, I like.
Did you like that? Yeah,
Those
I
shows
still
got
do,
too
yeah.
slow for me.
What did?
The Walking Dead.
I could see how someone would say that.
I
But
was
I
so
like
into
a
it.
slow
Mark
Nice.
Neville
pace.
says I was the White Walker King Double. Really? Wow, that's awesome, man.
We have a stunt double that works here at the studio.
Cecil?
Howard Stern.
Oh, that's right. Howard Miller. He was the stunt double for Howard Stern in Private Parts.
Was he?
Yep.
Does he look like him?
From behind.
Jesus. I don't know. I've got to make sure my.
Oh, look at this. He's going
You
for
might
the
have to go on
submission.
yours after do too.
He's going for the submission.
Or do you not have Oh, you probably do. You have unlimited? Because I'm gonna have to some point. I have 60%.
16?
60.
Oh, 60 you probably should be
All
fine.
right.
Thanks,
It's a
boss.
big match card.
Thanks, boss.
It should be fine.
Should be all right.
Well, I like this hold though. I like
if he-
that.
If
I
it makes
do
him
you like
pass out-
Roman Reigns doing some submission stuff like
I
that?
do. I do. I
think
thought
it
that
fits
was a
him
good
well.
finish for,
Yeah.
who was it that he did it to? Strowman.
I like I don't mind it. I like you said, I really like this version of Reigns. I really do. I'm surprised they honestly did it, but he's not like a true heel where he's telling people that, this and that. But I was just shocked because he was such a fan favorite. He was supposed to be,
Well, I mean, he's just saying the other night, a family is going to be exiled. I mean, I don't know how much more of a heel you can be than that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you like the version or do you think?
Yeah, I love it. I think they could have done this with him as a babyface years ago,
Right.
and the diehard fans wouldn't have turned on him. Like I said, think back to the Roman of Survivor Series 2013, Royal Rumble 2014. They were ready to blow him.
Huh.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Think of that horrible Survivor Series we had
Right.
at the Garden in September of 13
That
when
is
he
true.
killed the opposite team.
Yeah.
I think I remember Ray was on it, and I think Goldust and Cody, and he was a massacre. And he was as over as you know what. Same thing at Rumble 14. But
True.
they sports entertained him. They Kevin Nashed him as Diesel. And that was the mistake.
Why doesn't the ref have the microphone?
I know, right? Like,
It's
I
an I
know.
Quit match. Usually the ref has it in his back pocket.
So they just expect
And
the
every-
camera to pick
His
it up.
back pocket.
Every 2 seconds, do you quit? Do you
Yeah.
quit? every 2 seconds.
It's true.
Ask him, how do you know if he quits? Maybe because there's no fans.
What if he
they're not
kind of
doing
grumbles it? Yeah, what if he says it softly? He could risk permanent injury.
Is he taking a nap? Roman looks bored.
I just don't understand why
He
they're
looked
doing
like
this.
that during that
It's an I quit match.
AEW
He's asking him
show.
if he
No, I
quits.
mean, they keep on asking him, like, come on, beat his ass some more.
Well, they're cousins.
You say eat his ass some
They're
more?
trying to.
Whoa,
Oh no, that's
whoa,
Andy.
whoa.
They're trying to put over the family dynamic there. He doesn't want to end his
Look at
career,
Paul.
perhaps, but
Well, now he's going to. Here we go.
What's he going to do? Is he
Break
gonna-
his arm. Oh, no, never mind.
he's going to bring out an HD TV and he's going to play the Impact show from last night. And then
he'll
Jey
quit.
Uso is going to say, "I quit."
Or SmackDown from Friday night.
Yeah.
Or any of the other shows from the past.
Drive-by?
That's a good spot.
I love that.
Even though it was a little,
The camera moved.
wasn't close enough to the post, but it was a good spot.
I don't like how the camera was either. They moved it. And then we got to see it through the cage. Stupid. Should have just left it right there.
What does the glove symbolize? Has it been explained or is it just me?
He's
Because
always
the
had it.
Superman punch, it's like his golden ticket, I guess, to win the match or
Oh, all
something.
right.
Like when Seth
It's like
Rollins.
one of those nice candy bars I used to get when Toys R Us had
'Cause
a
remember
store
when-
in Times Square. I'd get the chocolate bar.
Remember Seth Rollins would have the golden boot because he did the curb stomp?
No.
Do you remember that when he
Yeah,
had the
I do
golden
He
know,
used
yeah.
to have a golden boot?
Yeah, he used to have a boot. Yeah, he's
Did
right.
he really?
Yeah, it
On
was
a
for
few
Thanos.
shows, yeah.
He had
I
it
don't remember
when
that.
he faced Lesnar. He had it when he faced
Oh,
Ziggler.
it wasn't something
It wasn't
he wore
all the time, no.
Oh, all right.
No, it was just in specialty matches. He would wear it as like
Uh-oh.
a symbolism. The golden Superman.
What are they going to do here? Run with
Crush his skull.
Oh, he almost hit himself. Oh, I like this.
Do a drive-by now.
Hold
baby.
it for him, Jay. I hate when they do that.
But you got to do something. You got to hit him again, right? You can't just let him sit there.
No, we should run and drop kick the stairs. And
No, I'm saying, but hit him
Oh.
a couple times so he's out. I mean, he's been moving. I don't understand.
Maybe he
this.
pushes the stairs at him as he's running, but how would he know when he starts running? I guess I don't know.
Exactly. I don't. Blows my mind.
Looks like he's about to push the stairs at him.
Oh, I like that. Oh, it almost came back and hit him in the legs. That would have been funny if it hit him in the back of the legs. Big man fam.
Good.
Jey Uso or Reigns? We're going with Reigns, buddy.
We got. Who do you guys got? Does anybody have Jey Uso?
Kevin says, I think the Steiner brothers should be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
Roman Reigns looks like Jesus.
I never met him, so I don't know.
He says, I agree. Awesome, big man fam.
Go find something under the ring, Roman.
Great drama, but it's not opening match drama.
No, because it's not near the end.
This is my quorum. Can you believe me complaining about something with WWE?
Uh-oh.
I would never,
Never do that.
never.
Please.
Maybe Otis's lunchbox is under the ring, and he
I
could
wonder
use
if Jimmy
that.
can quit.
I was just
for
gonna say,
him.
what's
Oh boy.
What happened? What did I miss? I was looking at the questions.
He's getting angry with the referee. Wait a minute. Well,
Gee, the ref took a
I don't-
great
jeez.
I don't know how he's going to get him to quit now.
What I don't get is the ref took a great spill there.
Yeah, he took a good bump. All right, now they
Oh,
got
boy.
it. Oh, and the
This'll
door's
make-
open.
He's definitely spearing him. Oh well, I
No,
guess
he's
not.
smart. He got out of dodge.
Someone's gonna come in the cell.
Will it be Paul Heyman? Will it be Jimmy Uso?
Maybe it's Lesnar.
Not to open the show. Oh, It's
are
the
they
G-
gonna do this?
the GM that's not a GM.
Oh,
Are they gonna end the match?
Didn't they
Step up.
learn anything? And I don't know if this is the end, but if it is the end, didn't they learn anything from Seth Rollins and Fiend?
yeah.
The
It was
feedback
in-
they got from that atrocity.
Wait, did Jay say he quit and the ref was
And
about?
this Candy, even if you want to talk about ruining a Hell in a Cell match,
You know.
having a female referee run him.
Oh, he's shutting it. Wait,
What do you mean,
Pat?
lock it?
You know that's Pat Buck too, right?
Yeah. Candy looks worried.
Oh, he pulled the Mark Henry.
Just slide it.
Let me tell you
ring.
something over there, Joey Scoops. Those things are so much heavier than you'd ever think.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I was shocked.
Well, they're steel.
No, but I mean, let me tell you, they're a lot heavier than you'd ever think. I was blown away. And I'm a bigger person. I'm not a weakling. And I was
No.
really surprised.
Oh, you earned a subscriber, Dan.
Who's my new subscriber?
Big Man Fam.
Big Man Fam,
You just earned
brother.
a subscriber.
You're in my fam.
Absolutely.
Now, did
buddy.
you subscribe to YouTube or the Patreon or both, brother?
Mr. Cake?
Mr. Cake Ave.
Yeah.
And what did
He's
Mr.
in the
Cake
building.
Ave?
He's in the
Mr.
building.
Cake Ave, brother. It's not my birthday, but I'd have some anyway. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day. We were near a Chick-fil-A, but they weren't open for religious reasons. And I respect that.
I'm guessing he didn't quit yet.
No. John Candy's going to call. Oh, why do I call?
You know
I
what
don't wanna
spot
do
I
that.
hate is when they do this, and then the guy takes the chair and hits the steps, even though there's that big bridge underneath, and it's not going to hit your neck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what
No.
you're saying. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I hope he doesn't do that. That's so hokey. I think this match would be excellent if there was fans there too.
Oh, yeah.
I think the drama of having fans there live would have really enhanced this. I mean, look at the time. It's 7:41. They've given this a good chunk of time.
Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, Scott.
Oh, Scott's not even watching.
He says, who's in the ring? Just got there. Who's in the ring?
Who's
He's gonna kick him
working?
in the nuts.
Oh, there comes Jimmy.
His knee seems all right. You see how quick he got in there?
Yeah.
Maybe he'll quit for him, and they'll have a cheap finish. And then they'll build the.
Oh, he has a white flag in his pocket.
They'll
it looks
build. He's going to play Helen Hart at Survivor Series
Does he have a-
'94.
Oh, it must have been a shoe or something. I don't know. He doesn't have a white towel with him.
Isn't that how they finished the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They had Jimmy come down and throw the flag in for him. I don't think they'll do it twice. Come on.
He thought he was Helen Hart at Survivor Series '94. They were watching the network, and they said,
Maybe
"That's a
Jay
good
is so
finish."
out of it, he's going to beat up Jimmy by accident. Or he's going to hit the Superman punch on Jimmy. Is he going to spear him?
The character should take Jimmy Uso out. I
Oh,
think.
absolutely.
Or he just said, hit me.
Well, you know, hey, that's
I like this a little. I like this, man. This is good drama. I like this, man.
I don't know. They don't need all the other losers around ringside.
No,
though.
I
That's
don't
just
understand.
It's a distraction.
This is the most friggin' action Adam Pearce and Pat Buck have ever got.
Wow.
No, illustrious.
Poor Jerry
careers.
Briscoe is sitting at home.
I like how they're having him.
He might pop back up and get angry.
That's how we felt
Larson
last night
says
after we
Dan
watched.
Roddy is hiring me and paying to move me to Boston.
Larson, if I had the money to hire and move someone to Boston, brother, it just might be you. Because I could use several moderators right about now. Believe me. And if we try and do some of the other things we were talking about, my God. But we got big surprises to come, fans, as the Anoa'i family drama unfolds. Wait until you see what we have planned for the 9th annual Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive Cyber Fan Fest.
Look at this. Look at this.
What is the tribal chief? What's Pete Tringali going to do? No, good. Choke him out. This is
Doesn't hurt his
very
knee
good.
either.
He's looking for help.
He's grabbing him. That's awesome.
He's
Look
gonna pull his pants
I
off.
was just gonna
Looks like what happened to Reno and Quincy tossed him over in the
Look, he's saying
refrigerator
help
box.
Why pull him towards him?
They're
So he can-
looking. They're making them look kind of like weaklings, but
Oh, look at oh. And he likes that. What?
So why is it?
he quit
he
for
said he
Jimmy.
quit.
Oh, well, that's you know what? That's kind of creative.
That's the stuff they
That's
need.
different.
Stuff,
He
see,
quit to
different-
save the brother.
different stuff that you don't think about, and I like that. Why wouldn't he just? I'm not going to look too much into it. I like it.
That was a good finish, creative finish. And Jey didn't do a clean job. So you know what? I have a feeling a Sunday night, November the 22nd, when we're here with Marty Jannetty for Survivor Series, we may see another rematch with these gentlemen.
They're going to do the Raw and SmackDown bullshit.
Cactus,
brand versus
Jack
brand.
Black.
They don't
Dan,
have, that doesn't necessarily
Dan,
mean...
do a Tony impression, please.
I don't want to do a Tony imitation right now. My Tony imitation isn't all that good, I don't think. Tony gets a chuckle out of it, so that's why I don't have a problem doing it. So sometimes he'll open the show and he'll go, I'm Dan Morella.
Why is everybody still at ringside? What could possibly be going on?
They just want to make sure the mayhem is over.
Maybe they should look under the ring for more inanimate objects.
I still want to know why this... I got to be honest. I'm surprised there were no kendo sticks used.
I know, because you were saying that, yeah.
There's going to be a generation of fans that think kendo sticks are part of how a ring is built. They're used so often.
Maybe it's a support structure.
You know, maybe we should have booked ourselves for the Thunderdome. Would they have let all three of us on? That's what we should try and do for the next one. Book ourselves on the Thunderdome.
When it comes, I will, because I've gotten it twice now. I've gotten it for Raw and SmackDown.
I've never seen groups of people like that, though.
You're not supposed to, but honestly, if we're in front of the camera, I don't think they'll really get that mad.
They'll like our background.
Yeah.
They donated half the stuff.
Oh.
I mean, what do we got?
Big man fam, I would leave a donation, but my credit card isn't connected to my phone. Sorry, keep up the good work, homies.
Big, who was it again?
Big man fam.
Big man fam, brother.
Thank you.
Listen, not everybody in the world can donate. I understand that. If you could share it on your social media, that goes a long way. If you subscribe to the channel for free, goes a long way. If you give us a big thumbs up, it goes a long way.
Who is that?
We just... Offer and
Oh my God,
I love
couldn't
it.
tell at first.
Office, Jesus, he's looking rough.
Do they take a bump?
I sure hope not. They understand. That's his uncle. And Seeker is the John Cena Sr. of the tribe.
That's pretty cool. I like that. All of a sudden he drops him with Superman punches.
Hopefully not his father.
Spears him
Right off the
Yeah,
thing.
that's a nice
right out of his
effect.
Hawaiian shirt.
When was the last time they used Alpha and Seeker for anything?
Good payday for them, huh?
Don't use pyro. You give him a heart
$750.
attack.
You're like,
That's probably what it is. That's what they usually get.
Yeah, give him the title. Give him the title. Are they
Maybe
gonna get
they'll
their
do a
pyro
ladder
spot?
match with the lay on at the top of it
Who gets
to
that?
see who is the real tribal chief.
TLC.
See? Maybe they can do another fuck finish in Survivor Series, and they can do a TLC. The first, it'll be a Vince Russo idea. A lay at the top of the ladder.
I like that.
Good match, good
Would have been
angle.
better at the end. I
I
think
would have
so.
rather have seen the show end like this.
What if that Survivor Series? They do Team Uso versus Team Reigns.
Oh, Ken
Roman Reigns and The Rock.
wrote something to you, buddy.
What did he say?
Okay, about him. He says, of course, the Sox guy probably have no idea who the Wild Samoans are since he doesn't like slow technical matches. LOL.
Did you have any idea who they were?
I know who they were.
Offer and Seeker?
Yeah. Well, think I'm like brain dead. They're wrestling.
I think
with
he
I
might
Christ.
don't know. That's
Ken just
also
tries to
the
get on my nerves.
I don't even
85-year-old
know
version
him
of
so far.
Offer and
Ken just
Seeker.
loves to fight with people
wait
for
a
fun.
Look at this, buy one, get one for $1 tonight only.
You know, forget about that, folks. If you really want to help keep this show
Yes.
on the air, head on over to bostonwrestling.com/shirts.html. The link is in the description box below. For the regular price of a WWE t-shirt, not only do you get the shirt, but you get a mystery autograph photo, you get a WWE cup, and on this very program, WWE Hall of Famer Mr. USA Tony Atlas will thank you for helping keep us on the air. So it's a good deal. It's a good deal. WWE, they got a lot of money. We don't. We don't. I don't even have a wired laptop to answer your questions right now. We need the help, baby. We need the help, baby.
Ken said,
Keep it coming.
Ken wants to know if you've ever brought the Wild Samoans in the studio.
I would love to have the Wild Samoans in the studio. I would absolutely love to have the Wild Samoans in the studio. If it ever gets to the point where they travel again, would love to. But I'll tell you this, wait until you see all of the new stars that are going to be coming to the studio for interviews and cyber autograph signings from November into December as part of the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. I'll tell you right now, we'll give some scoops, we'll give some hints. Saturday night, November the 14th, Tony Atlas is going to be here live. And then Friday, November 20th, Saturday, November 21st, and then Survivor Series Sunday, November 22nd. We're going to be partying with Marty all weekend long, baby. But beginning the first weekend in December and the second weekend in December, we got some newbies coming.
Hackamy, is Jake the Snake one of the guys?
Jake the Snake Roberts is going to be with us in studio when we're able to have our Back to the 80s WrestleFest event. I'd love to hear. Jake is going to be with us in studio. It's just a matter of when. I don't think he's going to be part of the toy drive endeavor, though, because it's two different events. It's such a long story. We're going to have a video update this week on both the Back to the 80s WrestleFest event that's supposed to be November 14th at Memorial Hall in Melrose. And we're going to have a video update, hopefully later this week, about the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. I'll say this. As much as I don't like John Cena Sr., he came up with an excellent idea for one of the true top-tier legends of the sport. And this is what I'll even tell you guys later
Hackamy,
on.
$1.49.
Hey, baby, Hackamy. He never tells me if it's even a he. They never tell me if I'm saying it right, Hackamy. But I appreciate it, brother, sister.
Thank you.
This one's for you, even though you bought it.
Up next, we got a Raw match coming up.
No problem, Ken. I don't mind reading them.
So it'll be Elias versus Jeff Hardy.
Yes, the match of the night right here. Just kidding, guys.
Who do you got, Dan?
Yeah, who do you have, Dan, for this one?
What brand is this, Raw? I got to get used to them.
Remember the big concert?
I would have Elias go over just because you have a babyface champion. As much as I can't stand Elias.
You want Elias? Okay.
I think it'll be Elias.
All right.
I would book Elias. For my own enjoyment, I would have Hardy go over.
What do you call it? Matt chose. I took Jeff Hardy. Lars. Oh, no. Yeah, it was Kevin. There's so many coming in. Dan, have you ever met Ryback? Kevin Goosh said that.
I communicated with the man a couple of times in regards to appearances. I don't think I've ever met him in person. Were you ever with me when I met him?
No, we've never.
I don't think I've ever met Ryback in person. I've communicated with him via email. And I'll say this about Ryback. And I don't know all the personal backside and backstories to it, but it's ridiculous that man isn't one of the top tier superstars in WWE in 2020.
Guys, I'd really like to
he might not be a technical wizard, but you know what? That guy had it all, and he was on absolute
Hackamy
fire
just gave
in
another $2.
2012. Who did?
Hackamy.
Hey, baby, I must have said the name right. Are you a man or a woman, Hackamy? I don't know. I don't know if that's an anime type of thing. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm as you can tell, out of the three of us, I'm the slow one.
Oh, look at this. David Thomas just subscribed to the show. He loves it. Thank you. Awesome.
Now, Dave, you're not the Dave Thomas that adopted Wendy, are you? The man that invented the chocolate frosty. Are you that Dave Thomas? Well, we're happy you're here, even if you're not.
Oh, this. Big Man Fam said, I've met Sheamus, The Shield,
I want to hear if
Roman Reigns,
no more words.
and Finn Balor. I know it sounds crazy, but Finn Balor lives in my neighborhood. That's a Big Man
I
fan
want to hear if
said.
they're bringing back no more.
Finn Balor is a great friend of mine. If you've ever met him, I'm sure you think the same thing. I'll tell you a funny story in a minute once he hears the theme song.
I won't be able to hear it. Oh, someone could tell us if they brought.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
have. You guys can hear the show better than us. Is it the traditional Hardy Boys theme song or No More Words? I think they're saving No More Words for when they have fans in the arena, but who knows?
How can we hold on? He answered your question. He says, haha, I'm a dude and love the show. Wish I could give more.
Hakami, am I saying it right when I call you Hakami? Tell me, brother. Tell me. Finn Balor story, because this is funny. I was at, what's that store called that has like all the knickknacks at the mall?
Spencer's? Or Hot Topic?
No. There was one in Sauga. Newberry Comics.
Okay.
And person knows nothing about wrestling. We were walking around, and they had an Ultimate Edition Finn Balor action figure. I see that? And they're like, yeah. I said, that is actually a very good friend of mine. I said, the last time him and I got together beyond a quick, hey, hello, how are you? When we sat down and had a meal, Finn Balor actually said to me, true story now, he said, if there's some Irish people out there, you might be able to help me. It's a word that sounds like Craig. It sounds kind of like Craig, which I guess is kind of like brother in Ireland. What's that?
Big Man Fam lives in Ireland, so he probably will know.
All right, well, good. Help me out with the word. Craig, something like that? He said, next time I see you, we're going to get together, we're going to have a race, and you're going to win. And even in 2020, if Finn told me I could have a 3-day head start, I think he would still beat me in this race. I actually, you know what? There's almost no possibility Finn is going to be watching this, but I actually have something I'm sending down to Florida to him through one of our former MWF alumni, because he's a collector of a certain thing. He's a good, if you've ever met him, he's a good guy. You tell him old Dan Marati from Boston said hello. And he's going to say, is he walking yet? That was before even you were around when we had Finn.
Yep, he wasn't there.
We enjoyed many adult beverages at the world-famous Kowloon Entertainment and Dining Complex. Thank you, Andy Wong, a fine gentleman. A man that revolutionized eating. And during the COVID times, if you're in the Boston area, head on over to Kowloon. I mean, they set up this outdoor dining platform. They've done drive-in movies. They've had concerts. They have a car hop like it's the 50s. What Kowloon does is it's unbelievable. And they're such great people. Andy Wong, you're probably not watching, but brother, you're one of mine. Since 1996. And then there's this. Come on, Jeff. Try and carry this one to something. It's like we got the 2020 Hercules in there with Jeff Hardy.
Look, Ken just asked.
Oh, here we go. We got.
Ken asked, Big Man Fan, is your last name Finley and you love to fight?
Hey, maybe it is. Dave Finley, another former MWF alumni. You were around for Finley, weren't you? Yep. Oh, yeah, that was 2012. When he got fired for that thing for when The Miz interrupted the national anthem at a house show. Like that was his fault, but Finley was a great talent. I liked him. But WWE was smart and they brought him back, and he's been there ever since.
He runs the women, right?
To be honest, I don't know if he does that exclusively anymore. I know before his release he did, but since he's gone back, I don't know. Very smart wrestling guy, though. WWE was very smart to bring him back.
Hornswoggle was on last night on Impact, Big Man Fam. He came out during the gauntlet match.
Huge.
I'm going to guess that Big Fan Man was one of the many millions of people that did not watch Bound for Glory last night.
I can't wait to see those pay-per-view numbers, because those are going to be.
It might even be number. But we're having fun with Hell in a Cell. We're going to be back live, fans, for another watch-along. Saturday night, November the 7th. It's AEW's next big offering. Not Ronnie gear, but full gear. Is that the name of it?
For what?
AEW.
Oh, Full Gear, yeah. I think
we'll be back live. What a big month of 3 Saturdays in a row we're going to be live in November. Oh, my God. Saturday, November the 7th, AEW pay-per-view. Saturday, November the 14th, Tony. And then one of 3 big consecutive days of Marty Jannetty, Saturday, November the 21st. Will we be here with the special guest Thanksgiving weekend? I don't even know. I'm negotiating with talent to come in. We just did, before we went live tonight, we did a watch-along of Survivor Series 1987 that we're going to premiere for you guys on Thanksgiving Eve. And I was negotiating with another talent to join the 5 brand new superstars that are going to be here in studio joining Tony, Cena Sr., and Marty. So we got 8 so far for this Cyber Fan Fest we're planning for the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive, because I still miss my buddy. I wish he was with us. I remember 10 years ago, he struggled to try and get in the cell when Undertaker took on Kane. Oh, boy. What a unique time that was, because WWE, again, sometimes I feel bad that when we do our reviews, I take knocks at things I don't like, but you go back to 2010 for that Undertaker and Kane feud when Paul Bearer returned, WWE was gracious enough to continue to let Paul Bearer work our events. And that doesn't happen a lot in regional independent wrestling, so to speak. They did us a great favor.
Oh, I like
Ooh.
that.
Jeez. 1, 2. Oh.
I thought he was done. But like we were saying, no big moves anymore.
Yeah. Well, usually, sometimes when people come back from injury, sometimes we give him a new finisher because his finisher is just
Weak.
the drift away.
Yeah.
It's also Nikki Cross.
That almost sounds like it should be what should happen with his career.
Oh, no.
Kind of drift away. What happened?
No, I was saying
Oh.
that.
But that's Nikki Cross's finisher too, and sometimes
We can't have that. We cannot have
Well,
that.
sometimes they don't like people having the same.
Oh, no, you're
finishers.
100% right. We can't have it. And I'll say this. I'm glad Jeff is back doing well. Jeff is a good egg. I'm not a great friend of his by any stretch of the imagination, but he's helped several of our charity endeavors. I had a chance to do some work with him in TNA over the years. Good egg. It's a shame he's had the problems that he's had.
It's just cut to a random shot of the crowd.
It really isn't even a crowd.
I was going to say, bro.
It's like getting a shot of the electronics section
Elias
at
moves.
Target.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, this is risky here. Oh, if he moves too, that's my back hurts already. Oh, good. He's
He'll
not
still
doing
jump.
it.
Oh, so he can do it on the outside? No. He'll do something.
I like that spot they did. Remember when Randy Orton pulled his
The earlobe?
earring out? Yeah, wasn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It wasn't overly violent, but it was still sick and sadistic.
And then when he twisted the screwdriver in it.
Yeah. That was good.
Oh.
Weak.
So,
Well, I guess we were right.
yeah, you
Elias
guys
did
were
win.
right. Yeah.
Oh, Elias did. He did win. So I guess.
So are we
Well, here's your match for tomorrow night on Raw.
Are we 2 for 2?
You guys are, yeah.
We're 2 for 2? All
One
right.
for 2.
I'll be pretty good chance. There's only a couple of matches left.
Kamala.
Fans, I tell you this, if you want to head on over to the eBay store, if you're a Jeff Hardy fan, we have an exclusive one of only 35 WrestleMania 35 autograph 8x10 of Jeff Hardy. Comes with a WWE logo. What's the term I'm thinking of? Not logo, but hologram of authenticity on it. It's really cool. It's one of only 35 in the world. And you help keep the lights on, along with getting a thank you from the Hall of Famer himself, Mr. USA Tony Atlas. The eBay link is in the description box below. If you're on Facebook and have no idea what we're talking about, head on over to youtube.com
Marty is
/
also a Spanish name.
Boston Wrestling Com. No, it's not. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Because if you're on Facebook, we don't know what you're saying. We only have access to YouTube right now. But on the next live stream, we're going to have so many hardwired computers. It's going to be like it's a world of Viagra. Everything is going to be hard. Oh no. Oh, well, if anyone was hard watching this, they just lost it seeing
He said,
Lauren Otis.
your buddy Larson says, here in Texas, I've seen Mexicans with the Marty name. And then he said Italians and Spanish are very close.
Maybe there are some Spanish people with that name. I don't know. I know I'm Italian.
Mexican Marty, LOL.
As long as you call me Dan, that's all that counts.
Dan
right?
the man. I can't believe they're replaying
I
this.
guess once was more than enough of Lauren Otis. Oh, and here's what's her name, Asuka, making a fool of their women's champion.
Yep.
But it was good to see my buddy John Layfield. It was good to see my buddy Teddy Long. And it was good to see a man right here in this studio, Ron Simmons. I'd like to see them here again. I think it'd be fun to have John and Ron together sometime. Well, maybe that's them right now.
I didn't even watch any wrestling last week. How was this Law and Otis segment?
It was atrocious.
I know Teddy Long was there.
Teddy Long?
And JBL.
Three of our guys. JBL, Ron Simmons, and Teddy Long.
Soon to be Otis?
You know what? To be honest, even though he's not my cup of tea, if Otis was a free agent and available, I think he'd be I think he'd be an attraction for kids to be able to meet him and get their picture and see a match with him. Would I want to see it every week? No. Did you guys remember when they did this type of court setup with Vince and Eric Bischoff back in 2005? You remember that?
Yeah, of course.
I thought that one was really good. When
Yeah, it
Cena
was.
tossed him in the dumpster when it was over in the arena.
Absolutely.
Oh,
40%.
here we go.
Here she comes. Yeah.
Kayla's nice.
What do you think of your big
Oh,
match?
Kayla's good.
Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil. Tucky.
She's not like us.
Yeah,
not bad.
she's great. She
Come
adds a lot to
on.
the show.
Kayla's good.
What's your frame of mind? Like you, I'm gonna zip it because I'm gonna go.
Your buddy Marquise Dubois. Otis is in the main event. Thank goodness I watch AEW.
Oh yeah!
Only up by 10.
Uh-oh.
My running backs, look, they both got 6.1. They didn't do anything.
And he's talking football over here while we're watching this hellacious pay-per-view.
I gotta get my energy drink. I'll be right back, dudes.
Oh, at least this was quick. What do we got now?
It's
The Miz.
Yeah.
Oh. Now, do we have a prediction for this one, or should we wait for Dave?
We both have Miz.
What show are they on? Miz is on Raw and Otis is on SmackDown, right?
Yeah, and I had that thing about Miz cashing in on Orton. It's just I can't see them having this match.
The only problem with your logic is that they're both heels. If Orton was a babyface, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only.
I'm going to say Miz too, just because on Raw there's a babyface champion, and there is no need for Otis to do anything. The guy's a shooter in real life, and they use him as just an idiot. Like I said, as a kid, if we were going to do a live event for kids.
There's my Skittles.
I'm getting hungry now. I got some candy.
I'm sorry.
Not John, and she's the referee of this match, as a matter of fact. But
They kept her out there.
They should have had her head poke up over the little advertisement.
I don't think she'd be able to hide. Right?
No. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go with Miz, and I think he's going to fail to cash in against McIntyre.
2-time Money in the Bank holder.
Well, but is he really going to count, though, if he didn't actually win the match?
He's still Mr. Money in the Bank. I don't know. So is he going to still own the lunchbox if he gets beat for the
Maybe
briefcase?
he can keep the lunchbox, and Miz can take the briefcase.
Maybe the lunchbox he can cash in on the Intercontinental Championship.
Guys are crazy.
I don't know.
I just wish I wish I'd never had to see Otis again. And this Tucker guy, I hope he's saving his money.
I
have a feeling it's not going to be a long run for Tucker.
I think it's going to be.
Look at John Candy trying to separate them.
Please, he's had enough.
She wants the briefcase.
You know what she's saying right now? Gimme.
Look at her proudly holding it up.
Look at her face. Oh my God!
It's like when Uncle Buck. No, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. When John Candy had that traveling suitcase that he was with all of the shower curtains in it.
You saw her face when she did it?
She was very stern, yeah. She treated the briefcase with respect.
It's like she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
You guys are bad.
I don't know if she was the model material for Deal or No Deal.
I tell you, I'd probably say no deal.
No deal. Now, this is the winning briefcase, not if she comes with it.
I think the briefcase is even if it's the 50-cent box, I think it's still worth more than her. Oh, boy, we're going to get in trouble one day.
Yeah.
We're going to piss someone off. We probably already did, but the PC police, I think we pissed off.
And I'm going to state it again for those that think I'm cruel, that might be new to the show. I think if you have a female referee in a match with men in 2020, you take away the potential element of violence because you know there will be no physical contact with that referee. From a psychological point of view, I would not have a female referee in a men's match. I would never do that on one of our events. Nope. See if someone agrees or disagrees.
Oh,
Mr. Cake Ave, MWF, best watch along by far.
Thanks, you, buddy. Now, it's because of these two, right?
It's all of us. It's all of us. We're a team. Kevin says Chyna was the best woman wrestler in the WWE. Chyna versus Nicole Bass would have been an awesome match.
Oh! Chyna and Nicole Bass. Oh! Brother, you're killing me.
Big Man fam.
Who
Thanks
said
for
that?
joining. Thanks for subscribing, too.
Who said which one said
Kevin Goucher.
He said the Nicole Bass and Chyna. You really think that would have been good? Outside of maybe a visual image, a picture of the two of them? Nicole Bass was terrible. So look at this. The stream went out. They were so disgusted about Nicole Bass. You've reached your limit. Oh, I know what that means. Let's see. Come on, Candy.
I just put in Herbert.
That bad.
All right.
He thinks we're good because we have a genuine love for wrestling. And that's what the most important thing is.
And we're just a little crazy. At least me. I'm crazy. I don't know about them. They're genuinely good people. I'm nuts. And I hate everyone. But other than that, I'm a nice guy, too.
The Miz loves it. He's just happy to be collecting paychecks still.
Hey, you know what? Say what you want about Miz.
Oh, he's fantastic.
But that guy was so hated by his peers when he first came in. And he's been there now, my God, he's been full-time.
Forever. Since what, 2005?
I think he was full-time on the active roster since 2006, if I remember right.
Yeah.
14 years. But it doesn't look 40 years old, doesn't look his age. He doesn't wrestle his age.
He's
remember,
awesome promo
you know
guy.
what's funny? Remember during the Monday Night Wars, you had all these guys going to WCW that were in their late 30s and early 40s, and you'd say they were dinosaurs. Look at some of the guys that are around the same age now in WWE. I mean, Morrison's 40. Miz is 40. And we were talking earlier about Finn. He's only a year younger than me.
And Styles and Orton.
Right. Those guys, yeah, Randy's a little older than me. AJ's got a couple of years on me. I mean, just think about the 2020 version of 40 compared to the late 90s version of 40. Remember that? Remember how people would laugh at Hogan and Piper and Savage and Nash and Luger and those types?
So true.
Yeah. Yeah, Tiger.
I wonder what Miz thinks about wrestling. No,
Miz is thinking, thank God I wasn't on that Bound for Glory last night.
He'd probably be the biggest star there.
Come on, let's go, guys.
Yeah, Tiger.
He gave him the boo.
Poor Otis. That poor bastard.
I thought you liked Otis.
No. Vince McMahon is in love with Otis, I was told.
Here we go. He's hulking up.
By a couple of guys that work there now that are wrestling in the company, that Vince McMahon absolutely loves Otis.
Well, that's the one person you need.
That's the only one you really need to impress, right?
What if Tucker turns on Otis here?
Oh, I mean, it would be the...
Oh, God.
Oh, nice slap right across the chest. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
He's bumping and grinding, baby.
Strutting and cutting like at 11 o'clock tonight.
Yeah. That's right, fans. How could I forget? If you're a fan of WWF like we were, the good old days, quote unquote, at 11 o'clock tonight, premiering live from this very studio, WWE Hall of Famer Brutus the Barber Beefcake shoots on the year that was 1988. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll have to get a link up relatively soon. Thank you for the reminder to get the cheap plug in, Matt.
Who struts and cuts better, Otis or Beefcake?
No, here we go. What is now? This is the caterpillar. Yeah.
Oh, and he pulls him off.
And Morrison shaved, going back to his face look.
Oh, it's turning into a brawl at this point.
Hellacious.
Candy can't keep control over this.
Look at her. Hello.
She's just sitting there with.
You don't like Candy, huh?
No, I can't stand her.
See,
if she's doing
mad.
a women's match, fine, but not the men's matches.
Hmm.
And I don't like that she tries to hustle the fans to buy her gifts like she's a porn star on Twitter.
What do you mean?
She has like this Amazon wish list of all these things you can buy for her.
Really?
Yeah, like porn stars do it.
You know what? I've heard of that.
I'm not going to name any names, but there's someone here at the studio that does something like that.
Yeah, someone that I used to go with used to have one of those too.
A wish list on it? I mean, come on.
Stupid.
What kind of a human being
And the worst thing
is
about it is
that?
people actually bought stuff.
You know, someone might say, what do? You sit there and grovel Patreon and merchandise on eBay and things. We need that to keep people working, not because I want to have free clothes and...
You're going to like this one. Miss K. Gav says, Dan reminds you of Bobby Heenan comedy.
Who said that?
Mr. Cake Ave. Cake
Ave, if you know the respect I had for Bobby, he was at our big event in MWF as Soul Survivor. Bobby was at the first Soul Survivor, just as the cancer was really starting to... Did Tucker turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Tucker. Fucker.
What did I say? Is Tucker going to turn on him?
Fucker.
I was trying to tell a story about Bobby Heenan, and it was interrupted by Tucker.
1, 2, 3.
Well, we are 3 for 3 now.
I'm
kiddo.
2 for 3. Son of a.
And they're on separate
The only
brands.
way we can
What
get
does that
separate
mean?
is right here.
It looks like they're going to have to maybe Survivor Series on opposite brands. Otis and Tucker will collide.
They're going to start
another match that no one
Maybe
wants
they do
to
a
see.
Survivor Series match between. Oh God. You know what? Maybe they do go away with the brand to brand thing, and they do Team Otis versus Team Tucker.
Remember the Survivor Series we watched earlier tonight?
Yeah.
And then we got Tucker and Otis. No, what I didn't even notice. What did Tucker do?
Hit him in the head with the briefcase.
Oh, did he?
That's
Not the
kind of funny.
lunchbox,
Marquise
though.
Dubai.
And the briefcase that Miz cashed in 2010 was also dinged up.
Now, you want to know, if you want to do a swerve, you want to know what my thought process was? I don't know if I told you guys. But if they wanted to be cute, let Miz win the briefcase. But the contract is actually in Otis's lunchbox.
That's what I said to you.
Oh, you said that?
I said that on one
right.
of our SmackDown shows. I said, have him win the briefcase, but put the contract in the lunchbox, and then have him think he has it,
and still lose.
And, yeah.
Well, hopefully this is the end of the Otis experiment.
Look at Miz's face. I like that. Genuine reactions. People when they don't have any reactions.
Look at Tucker though. What a vicious heel, turning on his good friend Otis. They call him Tucky. Called him Tucky. Well, anyway, who was it that made it? Mr. Cake Ave? Was that?
Yeah.
Mr. Cake Ave? Bobby Heenan was a great, great man. You probably enjoyed him for his performances in the world of wrestling. I got to know him a little bit as a guy, and just just as funny in person, if not funnier than on TV. His wife's, I don't know where you're from, but his wife's family owns a donut shop in Everett, Massachusetts, which is only about 2 or 3 cities away from where we are right now. So when he came up, he had family in the area too. We had to stop at the adult beverage store, if you will. Bobby didn't mind an adult beverage, and that's all right, because you know what? Neither do I. I wish I had one right about now. And for those fans that help with the great super chats, please keep them coming. The big S with the $ underneath the chat on YouTube, help us keep the lights on. Like I said, in the month of November, we got Mr. USA Tony Atlas live on November the 14th. We have 3 big days of Marty Jannetty Survivor Series weekend. We may have John Cena Sr. and his Peace live. Then in the month of December, we have 5 brand new superstars coming in. 5 minimum. And we were texting with the 6th earlier. Oh, there's Kayla again. They ask her pointless, boring questions. That's a small woman.
You better make sure the contract is in there.
That's a small woman, because I'm thinking about how much bigger I am than Morrison. She's tiny.
It's all right.
It's all right, yeah.
What if Tucker takes
Which way would you swipe on your apps?
Oh,
what if
right
Tucker,
all day, baby.
All right, yeah.
What if Tucker takes
Come
the
on.
lunchbox and that has the contract in it?
I don't know. If kids are able to trick or treat this year, I think that would be a tremendous item to get your candy in. Otis's lunchbox.
I said earlier to Dan that if they're going to give him the briefcase, why have him lose? Why change the briefcase just to have Miz not successfully cash it in? Because why go through all the work just to, we'll give it to Miz now, and then we'll have him lose.
It's not a top guy anymore. Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe Miz paid him off.
John Morrison, age shaven. I think he should put the beard back.
What if Miz cashes in on McIntyre tonight?
Like I said, Drew McIntyre should not be pinned by any human being until there are fans back in the arena, and they can gouge how over or unover he is.
What if he has a hellacious Hell in a Cell match? He's very tired. He's worn out. He's down for the count basically after the match. He's tired. Miz comes in, hits the skull-crushing finale, or hits him with the briefcase, throws the briefcase to the ref.
In just about any circumstances, that makes a lot of sense. But with Drew McIntyre, they cannot end the Drew McIntyre experiment until they have fans back in the arena. Oh, wait a minute. Talking about a brawl that nobody cares about. It's Otis and Tucker. Where's Candy? Get her out there.
She took the corner a little too hard.
Over at the Fields Auto Group section of Amway Center.
It's got to be Sasha and Bayley, right? If they got the SmackDown commentators out there.
Ken says, Dan didn't see my typing, but I think Tucker is going to be the next Aiden English and get released later this year.
That happens to a lot of guys. One thing WWE loves to do, where they have so many non-wrestling people involved in the process, is, we'll split the tag team up. And then what do? They have absolutely no idea what to do with them once they're split up.
Here we go.
Remember how over, I'll give you an example. Aiden English is a great example. He was over as hell singing for Miro Rusev. Remember when Miz was with Sandow? And you and I got into an argument. Well, not an argument, but a disagreement about it. That you said, oh, give it a chance, give it a chance. I said, Damian Sandow is dead. They didn't even have a grudge match between Sandow and Miz, if I remember right. And look at where Sandow is now, even though he fucked over TNA. But it's a different story for a different time, I guess.
Oh, he's on NWA Power.
No. And that's just
3 hours. What about Joey Mercury?
I think Joey Mercury is one of the more underrated talents of this generation. Joey Mercury took on Eddie Edwards for the MWF TV title at Soul Survivor 4 in Somerville, Massachusetts. Joey Mercury, I don't know if attacked me is the right word, but went to town on me on Twitter. And then before I had a chance to respond to him and make him realize it was me, he blocked me. So I don't know.
Why did he block you?
I don't know.
What even made him, though?
I guess he watched one of the interviews, an episode on one of our episodes, and he didn't like it, and he really bashed me. And then I wanted to explain. I said, I don't know if you remember, but and I was blocked. I never got the chance to respond to Joey, but hell of a talent, great wrestling mind. I think he should be working for WWE now. That's my opinion on him. I wish we could make peace. What's that?
Cactus Chef Black wants to know, how did Sandow screw TNA?
He had a valid contract with them. They came up with an idea to give him a big push, and he just kind of walked off on the company. I think, and it was horrible too. Do you remember didn't they dye his hair blonde or something like that?
No, they just made him be more like flamboyant.
That was it.
Remember, almost like to where he was, you know?
Vaguely. Yeah. And he just, they invested a lot in him, and he just said, okay, ciao. I'm going to go be an actor now. How many movies has Damian Sandow done? Ever?
I don't even know if he's done one.
Has he done any movies?
I don't know.
So, you know what? I don't like people like that. I'm sure he has his own side to the story, but from people that I respect that explained it to me, they didn't have kind things to say about him or the situation. So you're always going to side with your friends in the most circumstances. But again, two sides to every story. As long as he was being paid what he was agreed to, he shouldn't have done that.
Right.
And speaking of matches that I really don't want to see.
This one's going to be a bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you think's going to win this Hell in a Cell match for the SmackDown Women's title between Sasha Banks and Bayley? Bayley is the champion. I think Sasha's going to win. I believe you said Sasha as well.
Dan, it makes me wonder why Demolition Axe didn't come back when his health gotten better.
He did come back. His health problem was in the summer of 1990. He didn't leave until Survivor Series 90. Who's going to win this one?
I got Sasha. He's got Sasha. Who do you got, Dan?
I have a feeling Bayley's going to retain.
Bayley, okay. Danny boy, Dan.
So we definitely won't be even at the end of this one.
What time is it?
At least I can't hear
Boss.
It's boss time.
Anytime Michael Cole puts the emphasis on a word with a B, I want to rip my ears off. And there she goes.
She's beautiful.
I think we noted on our SmackDown review, it seems like ever since they turned her baby face, she's much more attractive. I don't know if it's something with the makeup or the outfits, but she's come across, and she's a pretty woman in general.
Ken says Demolition Axe came back to WWF after Barry became Repo Man.
No. Axe got sick in the summer of 1990. That's when they brought in Crush and made them a trio. His health was fine when he left in Survivor Series 90. Smash became Repo Man in 1991 just because the Demolition ran its course. What's that?
That's one way to put it.
Your buddy Larson goes, Bailey's farts smell good. What's his deal?
I wonder how he knows.
Yeah, Sasha is.
I'm glad
she's
Maria's at
smoke.
the Steelers game.
I got a
Yes.
message from her. I haven't read it.
Oh,
yet.
really?
Yeah.
No, you know, message her. Tell her we're talking about her and we miss her in the Steel City.
Look at this. Look at Sasha looking all beautiful. Let's go. Let's go.
Tell you know what, though? For all I can say about how I really have no interest in the match, look at the world-class production values right there. If people only understood the work it took to make WWE's product look like this, it's mind-blowing. I have, here's Balls Mahoney with her chair. You got Balls and Axel and Hell in a Cell. She doesn't look happy.
Here's this one you want to.
She doesn't have those little things they have at the used car dealerships, waving back and forth now. This is the serious Bayley.
Dan, right. That's why it makes me wonder. Fuck, everybody's messing it. Makes me wonder why Billy didn't come back when his health gotten better. I like Axe more than Smash.
He was, when he left at Survivor Series 90, he was healthy. My gosh, it's a long story. In the fall of 1990, it's similar to all the releases that WWE had this spring, back in April, I think. They gave notice, I think, to 17 guys. A lot of them wound up staying, not all of them did. But Axe, Bill Eadie, was offered a role as a backstage agent. And then they kind of pulled it from him. He realized that when Legion of Doom came in, the writing was on the wall that things weren't looking all that great for Demolition. He wanted to try and go to Japan with Demolition. Issues came up over who owned the Demolition character. And as a result, after Survivor Series 90, Axe and Smash didn't speak for 16 years. And I'm going to tell you a very interesting factoid that I'm very proud of. The person that got Axe and Smash to speak again after 16 years is this guy. I was able to finally find Barry Dasso, Smash in Minnesota, and reunite Axe and Smash the day of WrestleMania 23.
What's going on?
What's going on? I don't know.
Are they going to lower the cell after it? I don't know why, but someone said they took a shot at Jeff Jarrett's sobriety on the kickoff show.
Ooh, that's low.
Right to his face, too.
No bueno. Keep that out of it, unless it's a storyline of someone that hasn't had alcohol problems.
Dan, were they in an amicable split or was it a brutal split?
I wouldn't say it was brutal, but Axe said, they're going to kill us. Let's go. Smash said, no, let's stay. And they went their separate ways. If you remember, for a very brief period of time in the fall of 1990, they actually took Demolition's face paint away from them. They put the three of them under masks, which was awful. Then they reunited them with Mr. Fuji just a couple of years after Fuji turned on them. And Axe was right, because if you look at what happened to Demolition after SummerSlam, Survivor Series 1990, they castrated Demolition. Barry had a lot of fun as Repo Man, but as far as the great tag team of the WWF 80s era, they destroyed Demolition at the end. And it's a shame that they didn't talk for so long, but I'll say this, since March of 2007, they're great friends again, and they travel on the road constantly, and they've both become very good friends of mine. I love Barry Dasso and Bill Eadie. They say sometimes don't meet your idols and whatnot. Demolition were among my favorites as a kid. They are two class human beings. We've had both of them in the studio. If you haven't seen the interviews, we've done the studio shoots with Axe and Smash. I tell you, if you want to help keep the lights on here, baby, forego that Starbucks coffee. Head on over to patreon.com/Boston Wrestling. Dozens of ad-free, full-screen studio shoot interviews, plus early access to our Wrestling Insider episodes. We need as many Patreons as we can get to keep growing this show, as I try and pay attention now to...
For the cost of what?
Less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. What did I say?
You didn't. I wanted to remind you that it was less than
less, far less.
Please.
But I'd have to talk to my good friend, Pure Freda, about the cost of a cup of coffee It's Starbucks. My good, longtime close personal friend, Pure Freighter,
Who's
who would
Big
treat
Boy?
me to croissants from Starbucks because I don't drink coffee. So, Pure, I'm sure you're not watching, but I'll text you to let you know you got the shout out.
Yeah.
Beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. You met Pure Freighter.
I did?
She did the door at Memorial Hall,
yeah.
and you met her at the salon.
Yeah.
And I think you saw her down here at the studio one time, too.
Probably.
Yeah, you just didn't know she was Pure Freighter, but
No.
that's all right. That's all right.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh.
Lay it in, baby. Yeah.
Jim must have been outside.
Oh, she caught it.
She got it.
Pull it out.
No, the boss is.
Oh.
Wait. Oh no! Wait.
Whoa, watch out, Michael
Don't say
Cole.
Michael Cole. Look at that push.
Well, I thought you said something else for a second.
I know what you thought I said. There you go.
I said, wait a minute. Wait, what did he say?
Oh, she
Oh,
caught it
God.
again. How many are they going to have into the ring?
In the wrestling world, probably about 50.
I'll tell you this though, from a male point of view, as far as beauty goes,
Oh, look at
Sasha
this.
is looking beautiful tonight.
Speak of the devil, Kevin Goose, I'd like to see Jim Powers on your podcast.
I'm sure Jim would have a lot of interesting stories. He was with the company probably from 86 through 94-ish as an undercard guy. You know, just because he wasn't a main eventer doesn't mean he doesn't have some great stories. Again, in addition to Tony Atlas, Marty Jannetty, and John Cena Sr., in December, we have 5 brand new WWF legend types that are going to be here in the studio for shoots, cyber autograph signings, as part of our Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive. Jim Powers isn't one of them, but you never know. Down the road, I believe he still lives in the Northeast.
We couldn't hear it, but they specified before the match, no DQs, no countouts, and no rope breaks.
No rope breaks in a Hell in a Cell match.
I don't know why they had to specify that before the match
MDM
started.
1138 wants to see Reno Chastain.
What? Who
MDM 1138.
is that? Teddy P?
I don't know.
Teddy P, is that you looking for Reno? If not, Reno Chastain is hospitalized as we speak down in Melbourne, Florida.
Oh, wow.
I don't think Reno is going to be in a cell anytime soon. He'll be lucky to get out of the hospital.
Oh.
MDM, if you know Reno, he hasn't been well. He's been using a walker.
Meteora.
That could be it.
Oh,
I can't believe there was a request for Reno Chastain.
MDM 1138 says, I do. I do what?
He must know Reno.
Oh.
Now, poor Reno, if you didn't know, moved to Florida 2 or 3 years ago at this point, and he's been deteriorating. He needs a walker to get around, and as you probably know, I've known him since the 90s, and he wasn't getting around good then. Remember the time? Yeah, this was beautiful. The day Goldberg came back on Raw, and I think it was Halloween or the day before Halloween in Hartford, Connecticut.
Mhm.
And Reno needed to take a piss,
Oh, my God.
and he couldn't wait until the rest stopped.
I hit a
And we
pull
had to try and get Reno to get out of the car and run the highway to go into the woods to take a piss.
He
Oh my
disappeared, too.
God.
He disappeared into the woods
Oh.
and couldn't see him.
If anyone ever saw Reno Chastain, he's one of the most feeble human beings. If you've ever gone outside on a windy day and seen like a plastic bag just blow in the wind, that's the equivalent of Reno. Reno's more interesting than this Hell in the Cell title
Dan,
match.
want to see Roma in the studio?
I'd love to have Paul Romer in the studio. Another guy, he had
Ooh, I like that.
he was with WWF
See that?
from, you're talking 85
I think
through
you heard that,
92.
though. She heard about big time.
I mean, great stories. If he's, and he seems like an upfront guy from what little I've seen and know of him. I don't know him personally, unlike another member of our crew here on the set, but I think Paul Romer would be great on the show.
Oh,
I want to interview everybody. Look at the guys that have passed away that we haven't been able to get. I had talked to Mean Gene about coming in. I'd talked to King Kong Bundy about coming in. All of these great legends will never have a chance to document their stories because they're not with us anymore. That's why when I push join the Patreon, that's why when I push subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, go to eBay and get some merchandise, we can bring more of these guys in. You know, look at the ones that we've had here that have passed away. Vader, Kamala, Harley Race, Paul Bearer, Doink the Clown, Matt Bourne. There may be others I can't think of, but it's just sad, you know? We'll never be able to hear their stories. And I want to tell as many of them as we can, and I want to keep them working. A lot of these old-timers, these veterans, they've gone on now 7 or 8 months without regular bookings. Do you know what that does to them financially? It kills them. WWE isn't trying to help them out. Do you think Ron Simmons and Teddy Long got rich off of that appearance on SmackDown Friday night, a one-off? Come on. And I'm not trying to knock WWE. I'm a proud WWE stockholder.
There comes another one. Well,
two of them. Wow, look at that. She knows her sticks all right.
Uh-oh.
What do we got here? That's weird.
Didn't they do something like that with the Usos and New Day? Or am I
but they didn't use the steps. They put Big E or Xavier in the corner and put the kendo sticks through a... Ooh. Oh. Oh, no. Is it going to be... Whoa, yeah, place her up there.
Oh, you just ruined it, Bayley.
Is she going to trip her into it?
Oh, my goodness. That could be it, as Cupcakes Hausman would say.
I don't know how you do it.
Oh, my goodness. That was wonderful, Noel. You know, I'm going to text Pure Freda. Because she thinks I'm crazy to begin with. Oh, wait! I think I figured out who was asking about Reno Chastain.
Who is it?
Good friend of ours.
Puppet?
What the heck is his name?
Wim?
No, please.
Billy has a cutie patootie. What the fuck?
Oh. I'm trying to be funny and I can't think of the name now. Wesley Walker. But I got to text Pure Freighter about this one.
Is that our friend from Holland?
No, that's the little Dutch boy from Holland, Wes Simcoe. We have to speak very slowly to him, though, because he is a European.
Vicente told me.
And his breasts.
I'm not going to make the next comment.
Cactus Jack Black, little Dutch boy, LOL.
Who said little Dutch boy?
Cactus Jack Black.
The little Dutch boy is very scared of people that are, well, let's just say the rioting and the protests that are going on have made him very uncomfortable with life. You know the little Dutch boy. He's been known to hide under the covers.
Yes. Mikel Jordanson. What? Kevin Dorn. I'm curious what happened to him.
Bob Hawley.
There you go. 2 words. Bob
Simple.
Hawley.
Bob Hawley.
That's what happened to Kevin Dorn, buddy.
They should just throw this Hurt Business and Retribution match out. Because if they throw that out...
They should send Retribution
Rachel
down.
Deanne Ames. Hey, what's going on?
This match hasn't been too bad.
No, that she hasn't.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Anything women, you knew. This could be an act, Still, I'm good.
I mean, it's a good...
It's not as
It's
bad
a good
as,
match for the woman.
Right. That's what I was just going to say. Whoa, is she going? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
See, they
Hellacious.
actually look like they're flirting
Yeah.
each other, unlike the usual woman. I mean, these are the 2 better women that they have in WWE, so... Whoa.
I like that.
Oof.
She's slingshot hot off that thing, too.
Oh, geez, she's giving her a face full. Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, ripped the leg on.
Oh, devastating.
Uh-oh. I think my phone's going to die soon, guys.
Wait a minute. What do you need, a charger?
Yeah, we got to give it a charge. You got one? Does
I don't
anybody
know.
have
I
an
think we have
iPhone
a
charger?
I do. But I don't think your phone is probably newer than mine.
Do you have the little one?
I have a white one.
Yeah, but do you have the little, or is it the longer, the bigger?
No,
version?
it's not the long. The longer ones haven't been used since.
Well, because he said mine's
2012.
newer. Where is it, Dan? I'll go grab it.
If you go into my laptop,
Yep.
in the control room,
Okay.
there should. I don't know where you could plug it in though.
I'll bring an extension cord.
What's that?
I'll bring an extension cord.
But-
Where in here,
No,
Dan?
it's a USB though. No, go into the control room.
Okay.
Turn on the light. Do you see it? No, no.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Is there a white cord coming out of it?
Yep.
All right. And then
Give me 1 second. Gotta use the restroom.
I'm not rushing you, brother.
Sasha may be out.
I wonder if Wesley Walker is still watching.
2 count. 2 count.
We have a big meeting with Wesley Walker tomorrow about 9:30, believe it or not.
Why is that?
Oh, to discuss Reno Chastain. I don't know.
Oh boy.
I tell you, when there's 3 of us and we still can't come up with any material, that should sound as macho. She got her Randy
1,
Savage in.
2. No.
Now we need a little Eddie Guerrero.
We need the 3 amigos.
Bayley's had enough.
So you have Bayley winning.
That's a good spot. That was a good. I didn't notice that live. I think she's going to retain in some kind of heelish fashion. Now I'm going to steal little Cena's phone for a minute. I want to see what everybody's saying. Wesley Walker, the
Backstabber,
football
bang.
player? No, Kevin. A different Wesley
Bank statement.
Walker.
Bank statement.
This could be it. The Guardian of Chaos has given us the World Series squad. Cactus Jack, I can't believe you guys are more interesting to watch than a WWE pay-per-view. Cactus, I don't know if that's a compliment to us or a dig at them or maybe a little of both, but we like to have fun. Brutus Beefcake will be fun at 11 o'clock tonight, right here in studio.
Do you have a block?
On Wrestling Insiders. What's that now?
Do you have a block?
I have a brick in my bag, though, but I have it in my briefcase.
Can we put it right in there?
You can try.
The spot for it.
Another kendo stick for you, Dan.
I stole your phone, little Cena. I'm sorry.
Hey, put
I
that
sent
in
some
now.
inappropriate messages to your girlfriend.
Oh, no. Don't do that.
No, I'm just teasing. I wouldn't do that. I know I'm bad, but I'm not that bad.
Just to make sure.
You
Yep,
double
it's
check.
charging.
Oh, I thought you meant you were checking.
No,
to
I was
make
making
sure I
sure.
didn't send messages to your girlfriend.
No, I just want to make sure it's right. You know what's funny is she just messaged me too.
Maybe she was asking about Reno Chastain. You got a little competition.
Yeah, so that's charging, so that's working.
Reno's manhood. Did I miss something?
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure.
Dan's trying to cock? No, I wouldn't do that, Guardian. I'm much nicer. So you want me to do it now? Is it?
What?
What it go
You want me to do the comments?
What
Well,
did
no,
Guardian
just
say?
it'll reach. You can put it back.
It's not gonna reach you.
Oh, well, what the hell? How am I gonna do it? You gotta.
You know what? What if I try to move the TV?
Yeah, pull the TV in.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna destroy the whole system.
We're even closer. We're charging now. We're good. We're
Wesley
charging.
Walker, I'm telling you,
What the hell
bro.
is she trying to do?
Keep on coming.
Something
keep on.
hilarious.
Why not just set up a table? You know what I mean? Why slam her through kendo
You need
sticks?
about
Oh, and it
6
failed.
more inches, Dan.
That's what Linda used to say to me.
That doesn't look bad at all. Are you kidding me?
Perfect. Good. We're good now. Perfect.
Now we'll get a little closer because it's going to be
Oh.
blocking me. Let me get rid of this stupid thing. You know what? Just so the fans.
Does Reno Chastain qualify for 205 Live?
Who asked that?
Cactus Jack Black.
Reno sometimes is so frail he could qualify for 105.
Oh, fire extinguisher.
Wow, I haven't seen one of those in a while, right?
They're getting creative.
I'll tell you one thing. This match is more action than the damn Jey Uso Roman Reigns, at
But
least.
there was much more good drama in the other one,
Right.
in my opinion.
There's just more action in this, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, there's more action in it.
Let me get. Oh,
Whoa, you okay?
I'm glad I zoomed in.
I'll say you okay.
Let me get rid of this
Jesus.
fucking thing.
I'm glad you have the long friggin' iPad charger.
How did the chair get back near the door?
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Socko is getting a little hot.
Is it? I didn't even
Don't
see
get him
it.
going on the charges either. All right, let's see.
Guardian of Chaos. Boston Wrestling rated R superstars tonight.
We like to have fun, Guardian.
We do.
How is that? Is there
That's
room for
perfect.
everybody now?
Oh, yeah, and the phone.
Oh, yeah, you're dead center on
Right
the
there,
cell.
yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, good. Now we're in business. Wesley Walker, if you're watching, baby, we need more hard wiring down here for the laptops.
Cactus Jack Black. Dan, tell the amazing story of the car accident involving the Sheik and Commissioner Von Johnson.
Oh, Cactus, do I know you? That's such a long story. And I'm not saying it's not because I don't want to tell it, but it's a really, as Al Snow said, Al Snow loves the Iron Sheik car crash story. He says it's not a story, it's an adventure. I believe you were at Kowloon the night he said that. Me, you, him, and Coyle went to Kowloon after a TNA house show.
Right?
And he had never heard the story
No.
before. And then he told us the one about the horse.
Remember he said the horse came in, slipped, shit all over the Oh, yeah.
We have a video of that in our archives. I'll tell you this, if any of you folks are looking for a good laugh as you watch this joke of a pay-per-view,
Beating her.
go into the archives on our channel.
Guardian of Chaos has to be around here, though.
Look for
He's
the
a friend of
video
mine.
that says
Oh, is he?
Al.
Okay.
Look for the video that says Al Snow shoots on a shitting horse. Or something about Al Snow and a horse. It'll bring the video up. The story is hilarious. I literally had tears coming out of my eyes, and I had already heard the story before. So it's a good one.
PK. How come there's always a steel chair, but the commentators use leather recliners?
Isn't that a good question?
That is.
Well, I don't know if Sasha and Bayley were hitting each other with leather recliners, if it would have the same impact as the
exactly.
steel chairs. I don't know. Like I said, Bayley has found her inner balls Mahoney over the past few weeks. I'm starting to get the feeling, though, you might be right, Mr. Degnan. I don't know.
Here we go, the frog splash. Eddie Guerrero.
Little Eddie, yeah, little cosplay Eddie Guerrero. Do the little shake. Come on. Now, there we go. Yeah, that looked
Oh,
good.
she hit the chair.
What is he? What did you guys talk about that you'd be right or signing the film for?
Well, no, he thinks that Sasha's going to win, and I said Bayley's going to retain.
Oh. I have Sasha winning too.
You have Sasha, too?
Yes, I do.
Well, I tell you. This one's been going for quite a while at this point.
Kevin Goosh. Dan, do you remember Asaya Christie Wolf, WCW woman wrestler and woman bodybuilder?
No. Do you?
No.
I don't remember that name.
What was her work name, or was that it?
Yeah, if she had a wrestling name, what was that? I
Yeah.
had no idea who that is.
Guardian of Chaos. Dan, when was the last time you were at Titan Towers, and can you tell us a story about that building off of Exit 8 on 995?
I'll say this. It's like Disney World for someone that likes wrestling. Just if you go into the elevators, for example, there's wrestling theme music playing.
I love that.
You walk the halls and there's wrestling music playing. It's just there is nothing in that building that isn't wrestling. When I was with them for the very short period of time, I didn't even work out of the office. The times I've been there has been since then in a paid capacity, but for different projects I've worked on with them and for different events they've helped us with. But I mean, for anyone that's in the wrestling business, you've got to try and get to Titan Towers. And they have, and I didn't even get to go in it, but they have this room that supposedly, I don't know how big, but it has just about any piece of merchandise you can possibly imagine. And you can pick, it's almost like a movie. You can pick anything you want as much as you want, and they box it up and they send it to your home.
That's free.
They did not invite me into that room though. So I guess I still have goals in life. But
I need to get
the
in
new
that room.
Titan Towers was being built before Corona. I know they stopped construction on it because of the virus, but within a few years, there'll be no more Titan Towers. Maybe they'll let fans in for a tour at that point because it's a really cool place.
I went there and I had a big security guy come out. He wasn't having me near the building, so I had to take a picture of it across the street at that convenience store because...
Isn't that something?
Yeah, I literally was going right down like where the doors were, and the guy came out and just looked at me and went, just like that. All right. And I walked over and took a picture like I was standing like the back side of it in front of the convenience store. Like I was looking at it just because it was unbelievable.
Well, the first time I was actually there, we technically broke in. I think I've told you that story, but with Commissioner Von Johnson, who did not want to wait for Kevin Kelly to arrive at Titan Towers that morning and almost broke the security rail they had for the cars that come down. But that's the story for the book, I guess.
Did you ever go to the WWF New York back in the 90s?
Oh, yeah, that place was great. And I didn't think the food was that bad either. It was expensive, but it was Times Square. What do you expect? But WWE or WWF New York, well, that was a lot of fun. It's just it wasn't the business. The industry wasn't hot enough to sustain that.
There comes another elbow drop.
I don't think even at its best or in the Attitude Era, it made any money. Then once it slowed down, especially after 9/11, it really died.
Oh, that was ugly.
Did you ever go?
Never made it.
You never went to WWF?
No, I was too young to drive then, so I know
that's
take
too bad.
Me. Yeah.
They had a nice upstairs. They had a nice, merchandise shop, and then downstairs was the restaurant.
Believe me.
Oh. I remember they had a big thing where you could put your hand in, like Andre. He wants to watch along. He doesn't care.
I'm listening.
Well, Socko gets angry with me. He says,
I'll watch. I mean, now that there's three people, you guys can talk and I'll watch.
Do you like that the TV's a little closer now?
PWC, it was very cool.
Changes the whole show.
With your little heat lamp.
Yeah. It's freezing in here.
Well,
yeah,
you do have shorts on.
I always did want to go, but I never got a chance. It was like I started driving in 2003 when I was 16, so it was already...
Really? You would have loved it. It was a really cool place.
I always... They don't bring something back like somewhere else, though. Even have...
It's just a place like that isn't going to turn a profit.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just
You're right.
I hate to say it, but this industry is not hot enough for something like that.
Back then, when it was even its hottest, it still didn't.
Right, even during the Attitude Era. I mean, it did all right, but other than the nights that there was wrestling on, who's going to go?
Right. Yeah.
What would the reason to go be? And you can't operate a place in Times Square with that rent that's open once or twice a week.
Oh, kick out. 2.
Then I remember they tried to turn it into a nightclub before they officially closed it down.
Isn't it Hard Rock Cafe now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've been there a few times.
I'd like to go in just to see what it looks like now.
It's huge.
I remember, I think it was the day after Mick Foley retired at, what was that paper? Was it No Way Out? When they did the Hell in the Cell with him and Triple H and he retired?
Trying to think.
In February of 2000?
2000, yeah. I think that's right. I don't want to say positive, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember if it was whatever the February of 2000 pay-per-view was.
Yeah, No Mercy was No Way Out was definitely the February one.
Triple H retired Mick Foley in the Cell. And the next day they had Raw at MSG. And the Jackal and I went to WWF New York. And Sergeant Slaughter was there, who worked for Tony Rumble shows. And we ate with Sarge, and they comped the bill.
That's
not
awesome.
Sarge Russo, though. Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh,
no.
Yeah. Well, I think Sarge Russo would have her eye on you.
Here we go. Oh, this has got to be it.
This is hellacious.
This has got to be it.
Well, I think you're going to one-up me,
That's it.
kiddo. Did she
Sasha
tap?
Banks, that's it, is the new SmackDown Women's Champion.
You know what? I give these two credit. They went out there and worked their asses off.
That was a good match.
It's not my cup of tea, but you know what? They worked their asses off. Sasha is another one that was with us in the MWF in the past, down the street at Memorial Hall. I tip my cap to them.
She did a good job, and I love that
Respect.
finish. That finish was good.
Respect.
Dan, did you like the WBF in 91?
No. I saw next to none of it. I had no interest in bodybuilding. In like 99.9% of the WWE fandom, I was just like them because that died a quick death. It was so disrespectful to the wrestlers at the time. The amount of guaranteed money those bodybuilders were paid in WBF compared to the wrestlers that were out on the road working every night for weeks on end, sometimes months on end. And the WBF bodybuilders got guaranteed contracts to lift weights. I think they did 2 pay-per-views. You know what? When we get to that time period in the interview series we do with the different guys, I can't wait to hear the legends' opinions on camera about WBF, how just unbelievably disrespectful it was to them. For people that, again, were wrestling hundreds of times a year and making less than guys that were lifting weights. For pay-per-views, a couple of pay-per-views that no one bought, a magazine that no one subscribed to, but it was Vince's fetish at the time.
Sasha's now been Raw Women's Champion and SmackDown Women's Champion this year.
Shit. Really?
Huh?
This night is just getting better. Sasha, baby.
That was actually a pretty good match. I'll give him that.
It was good.
No, I tip my cap to them.
I love the finish.
And I'm glad it's over.
Now bring on the championship match.
I really don't think they're going to do that.
Hopefully she
Retribution in
doesn't
her
quit
business.
again after
I don't think
she
they're gonna
loses
have
it.
I think they'll just do it tomorrow, I bet.
It's already 9:02 unless it
If
goes
they
quick.
do that, I think there's no need for it just to throw it in before the main event. Unless they're going to
Well, they already lifted the cell, so they have to have at least one more.
lift it up for them to get out.
They could just open the door, couldn't they?
Why unlock the door when you have another one tonight? Just lift it up and down.
No, I mean, but you'd think if they lifted it up, they'd have to have at least one more match. Who won, you guys out there that watch the pre-show, the R-Truth and Gulak
it's going to
match?
be Bobby. Yeah, they are going to do it.
There's no need. You know what I mean? Have it like in the middle of the show. Don't
Charlie
do it.
looks like she's ready to go into the military. What's this all about? My buddy Bobby Lashley, grade A quality human being. Shelton Benjamin, grade A quality human being.
MVP.
This match just isn't going to end clean. There's going to be some type of brawl, some type of
Retribution, you mean? Or the main-
some type of interference, and it's just going to lead to another match tomorrow night on Raw.
Well, one thing I'll say about this, I think I'm fair in my criticisms. I'm also fair in my praise. I think WWE has done a great job in elevating Cedric Alexander to someone of importance. And I think it's great that they're doing something with Shelton Benjamin again, who's one of the greatest athletes to ever compete in WWE. The fun I've had with Shelton, though, he's a good egg. Bobby, too, but I know Shelton better than Bobby. Remember, we were next to MVP at WrestleCon in New York, and I was blown away at how many more autographs that Tony and Zeb Coulter signed than MVP and Chris Masters, who just kind of sat there like wall furniture. I'm sure MVP would do very well now that he's returned to WWE, but it was the personification of nobody cares for the two of them that night.
You loved it.
Well, I felt bad for them. I'd like to see everybody make money.
Lashley is facing Slapjack.
Now, which one is Slapjack?
I think Dijakovic. Oh, no, he's T-Bar.
You know better than me, brother. I hope before it's all said and done, we can have Bobby Lashley and Shelton in the MWF again.
That'd be
I love
great.
them both. Love them both. And this is something else I'm looking forward to, fans. As we get ready for the Paul Bearer Holiday Headlocks Toy Drive, as part of WWE's 30 Days of Undertaker, there is going to be some kind of a Paul Bearer documentary Sunday night, November the 8th. And I think there'll be a few tears that night.
And they're theming Survivor Series after him, the 30 years of...
Well, they should. Wouldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I would. I'm not saying I'm shocked. I'm just saying that they're going to theme Survivor Series around him and his 30 years in the business like they did back in 2015. His 25 years.
And who is going to be with us to celebrate 30 years of Undertaker at Survivor Series?
Oh. I'd want you to say it.
Former WWE Intercontinental and Tag Team Champion Marty Jannetty, who I'm sure has many Undertaker stories from his time on the road with him. But wrestling fans, tonight after Hell in a Cell, they're going to have that great Undertaker special. Don't forget, at 11 p.m. tonight, Brutus the Barber Beefcake is in story. We talk WWF 1988, baby. I'm ready. I love it. It's time for a little Hurt Business. So it's going to be Bobby Lashley, and who did you say it was? Slapjack?
And the United States title is on the line.
Well, maybe, just maybe, Retribution will leave with championship gold. I sure hope not.
I believe Slapjack is Dio Madden. I have no idea. Maybe it's Shane Thorne.
That's a badass man that should not be losing. I still hope that the idea flows through the brains of
Now that
WWE
it's
creative.
for the title, it's going to be Bobby. There's no way they're going
So you're
to.
switching it?
I want to switch it before the bell rings.
That's what I'm going with,
That
too.
WWE would not have Bobby Lashley lose to someone that has no potential money-making.
Dan, any updates on MWF and Boston Wrestling live events in 2021?
We're going to have a video about that with John Cena Sr. within the next couple days. It's been a very stressful time.
Because now that I found out if it was like Cedric Alexander versus whoever,
Very
that
stressful.
would be Retribution. But
Stressful.
Tap out. I'm wearing tap out.
I'm ready to tap out.
I'm wearing my tap out.
you tapped out last night.
Bobby Lashley should not lose until he
Never.
gets to Brock Lesnar.
Exactly.
Was the point I was trying to make very long-windedly, if that's even a word. But
He's a beast.
no, I mean, he's everything a professional wrestler should be. Other than maybe he's not a great mouthpiece, but now he's got MVP.
Yeah.
Do they have theme music?
Yeah, they had it on.
God only
They
knows.
did on Raw.
I don't know if I've heard it before.
No, it was brand new, and he's
Uh-oh.
facing. Who is he facing?
T-Bar.
Oh, it is Shane Thorne. Yeah, this is going to be quick.
With that dollar store looking Jason Voorhees mask.
And is he doing dancing? Is he got a neck strain or something?
They make him wrestle on it too. Oh,
Looks like he's from the movie Goon.
Would you know what? I am a fan of kind of what I consider to be an underrated cell match was the six-pack one they did at Armageddon 2000, which was my second month when I was involved with Ed Cohen and WWF
I like that match.
at the time. Would you like to have seen maybe the Hurt Business against Retribution in a wild 8-man cell match? Be a little different.
Are you
you
being
don't-
serious?
Yeah.
If the people in it I cared about more, then probably, but I just...
You have no interest in a Hurt Business Retribution Hell in a Cell match.
Not
All right.
really.
No, that's just your opinion. That's all. No heat. I would have found it more interesting than this. But
Just make it quick. Come on.
does that not look like a cheap mask, or is it just me?
oh, it absolutely does. Seen at the dollar store. And
Like,
someone's ready
well,
to
I
come
hope
on.
the mask comes off.
We don't want to get sued for copyright infringement, so we got to decorate it a little bit so it doesn't completely look like Jason. Now, Bobby should squash. I know
Why doesn't he
Retribution.
just take the mask off?
Yeah, what difference does it make? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I know, but if you're trying to
Retribution has
figure
been
out-
so dead.
But I mean, if I was wrestling these people, I would want to know who they are.
Did you see on Raw though that Mustafa Ali finally said he was the hacker?
Yeah.
You seen that? I don't know if you've seen it because I know you were away.
He was leaf peeping.
Oh.
I knew they would do that before the show, and I'm ready for you. Ooh, Joe. Ooh.
Come on, Bobby. Come on, Bobby. Put him away, brother. Here we go.
There it is.
That's not the finish, but Bobby also a fan of the Kowloon Entertainment Dining Complex. Enjoyed many a fine meal there with him. Maybe he heard you. Looks like he's going for the mask there, Socko.
I hope he does. I mean, if I was wrestling these guys and they've been hiding their identities and stuff like that, and you're finally in a match with them and you have a chance to take off their mask, do it.
Just for the disrespect aspect of it, or
that, and to find out, oh God,
well,
and to find out who it is.
He got an A for effort, I guess.
Oh, I don't know how much effort was put in.
I just don't get how you can bring these NXT guys up that have never been in WWE before. All of a sudden back hit. You know what I'm saying?
Little Kevin Owens action right there. This could be it.
Because he's that close to
He's under the rope.
Oh.
Wow, this is something. For those fans that don't listen to our reviews, and believe it or not, there's several million of them, but they might be tuning in tonight. The whole Retribution story gets to me because it started off as these men that just attempted to blow up the outside of the WWE Performance Center. Then they vandalized it, throwing boulders through the window, like it was Ken Patera at that McDonald's in Wisconsin. Then they broke in with the chainsaw and cut the ring apart
and spray painted,
vandalized the hockey plexiglass boards. Then, following that, instead of calling the police on them, they were allowed to come back the next week and attack interviewers in the back, someone that was going to the bathroom. Then all of a sudden, they were able to have access to the production trucks to create their own graphics and their own video promos. Then Raw signs them to contracts instead of calling the police on them because it was cheaper to have them wrestle under contract than for them to destroy the venue. Then you had a draft where you could just get rid of them completely or let them become SmackDown's problem. But to show the continued lack of common sense, Raw drafts their problem to come back to the show. Then what do they do with all the time they put into this group? And their first match, they lost.
Yep.
Welcome to WWE in 2020. Mother Tucker. Come on, Bobby. Put this stiff away. I've seen enough.
There we go.
Shades of Billy Jack Haynes right there. Calls for the bell. Wait a minute. There's the rest of them whose names I don't know. T-Bar and Slapjack, and who's the other one?
As you say, that one.
That one, yeah. They have a valet.
Oh, Mace.
Mace.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And Mustafa Ali.
But
And
they
him
lost
on the outside.
They lost one of their valets. There were two of them at one point.
Mercedes Martinez, she got sent back down to NXT for
I don't know why they even touched me. Mia Yim's good. I don't know why they would make her a part of this. She should have just came up as a women's wrestler.
Oh, wait a minute. Here comes the Hurt Business, baby. Mustafa Ali is stopped in his tracks. I wouldn't mind seeing, to be fair, away from my humor and insults, I'd love to see a series between Mustafa and Cedric. I think that would be really good.
What about Bobby and Ali?
Lashley?
Yeah.
A little bit of a mismatch. I still don't understand if Hurt Business a heel or babyface.
Michael Figueroa says, when's the next Party with Marty show? You guys have the best wrestling program on YouTube.
Brother, every Thursday night at 9 p.m. we party with Marty. And Marty is going to be with us for 3 days in a row taping live Friday, November the 20th, Saturday, November the 21st, and during Survivor Series, Sunday night, November the 22nd, Marty is going to be doing a live autograph session with the three of us. So it's going to be a memorable night, fun night, and I have a feeling by the time he's ready to get back on the plane to go home, I may be a little relieved. But don't tell Marty I said that. I like Marty. We have fun. But Marty can be a lot. which is good for the show, as you can tell because you like it. Every episode is available online if you have not seen them. If you missed the episode where we talk about the 1990 WWF plane ride from hell, you've got to watch it. That one is pristine. Oh, and that's
Are they going to make the announcement that Survivor Series is the 30-year anniversary finally? This might be it.
No, I think it's just a WWE Network thing.
No, this has got to be their announcement for Survivor Series.
Yeah, the Survivor Series announcements do. It's getting late in the show. Phenom forever.
Yeah.
Well, listen to Socko over there. And we're going to have Marty Jannetty with us for that. That has the makings of just going all wrong for some reason. But I'm interested. It gives me more interest in the show than I had before.
What do you think they're going to do with that?
He's not wrestling.
He'll probably
it's just a little ceremony type of thing. Oh.
Do you remember what he did at MSG on SmackDown the last time he was on when he
Scott Steiner should have been a WWF champion in 93.
He came out, he cut a promo, and that was it.
That's probably what you'll get.
You'll have him come out, say something.
Choke slam somebody, and
what if Retribution fucks with him?
it's too soon for him to have a match after he just said he was going to retire.
Oh, he's not going to.
I've always said his last match should be at Survivor Series. But
no.
It's where he debuted.
I have an idea of how it's going to end from what Paul Bearer described to me on how he wanted to do it at one point.
It'll probably
It'll
probably be at WrestleMania. But see, they got the brand BS at the bottom. The red, the yellow.
You know what will even be worse? Remember last year how overbooked it was when they had all the NXT people in it too?
That's what they're see. They got the yellow in it.
They did those. It was like 5-on-5 on 5. It was.
I would have just liked to see 3-on-3-on-3. If you're gonna have all
just
three,
keep them out of it. It's too much.
So who you got, Dan?
In this one?
Yeah,
McIntyre.
Drew
McIntyre should not lose a match until there are fans in venues. I'm going to say that on every show because every fan should think that way. And it's nothing against Randy Orton. I enjoy Randy Orton 10 times more than Drew McIntyre. But Drew McIntyre is a long-term investment. And you don't know how over or unover he is until you have the fans to give you an instant live reaction. They can have Thunderdomes, they can have social media, but until you have 10,000 fans in the venue, you don't know for sure. One man's opinion, Prodigy.
Only one man's.
Everybody's looking at their phones. I guess I'm going to. I heard from Pure. Yes, exactly. The chocolate croissants. I put you over, kiddo.
I don't know. Hopefully this match is good.
I think Randy Orton is, as I've noted before, other than that horrendous feud he had with Bray Wyatt, always delivers. Well, it was good to hear from Pure Freda. She is as pure as the
Is
new
she one of the
fallen
5
snow.
new superstars? No.
But the 5 new superstars would love it for her to be one of them. But here we go. Main event time. Recapping what we've been seeing for months and months. I like the ending to Raw this week when they didn't actually have that physical confrontation.
Everything in WWE has to end in some type of interruption, physical harm, just anything just has to have some type of altercation.
So maybe they should have watched Survivor Series 87.
Yeah, definitely.
where it ended with an altercation.
Let's see what's going on Facebook.
But it did wind up building to a match that 33 million people watched compared to fill in the blank.
1.5 million.
Yeah. What do you think, Dave? Who do you got in this one?
I got Drew.
You got Drew.
Yeah, I don't think he should be.
And who do you have?
I have Orton,
All right.
but I don't think McIntyre should be beat. But I don't know. I'll probably be wrong again since I picked Orton every time.
As a WWE stockholder, I'll be very upset if Randy Orton wins.
I have stock in WWE too.
You own WWE stock?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, you're probably as disappointed in it as I am then.
See?
Look at that.
I have stocks in a few different things, but yeah,
Well,
that's one of them.
I didn't know you were a big day trader. In addition to all
I
your
try
other
to
work.
be a little bit.
What's this? Big Dave Batista.
Little video game action for him.
Gears 5, not to be confused with Full Gear. Saturday night, November the 7th, we'll be live with the watch along. All Elite Wrestling's next offering.
November
To
7th.
chat and interact with you great folks.
Batista.
Oh,
I guess just throw that in there before the match starts.
that's not a PlayStation 4 game?
You could,
That they just advertised?
You could probably get it on there. I don't know.
Baby Marty hasn't mentioned it to me. And he tries to hustle them all. I don't know. I haven't seen him in the chat tonight.
You think he's going to find a sword under the ring?
Now, I'd find that very interesting. Yeah, I'd like to see him find a sword. I know one thing. If I was in there competing and I was looking for a weapon under the ring, one thing I'd want first is to find a can of Boost Oxygen. I just get a little, you talk about pure freighter, get a little pure. And now I feel like $1 million. It's unbelievable. Get it at boostoxygen.com and find retailers everywhere. If you go to a retail store that does not offer it, it's not a fine retail store. Is that a good way to put it?
Fine
Retail stores. As our good friend, not Paul Orndorff, but the other Mr. Wonderful says, it is a tremendous product.
Tremendous.
I've enjoyed using it. Wait a minute. He played a little trick or treat on him. Which
Outside the ring first.
It's like what he did with Edge at Backlash.
They kind of foreshadowed it by having the champion
WrestleMania,
come
whatever
out
they
first.
did.
But you know what? What are you going to do? They were creative nonetheless. At the Dome.
He's ripping those clothes off. You can't wait to get at him.
It's almost like what Teddy P does when he gets one of the women at Tarpon Springs. He gets a little aggressive with them.
Is he in here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He might be at the Thunderdome. You think that's what he does, though? You think he just rips the top off and just starts chopping them?
He very
You
well
think he
could
gets
be.
aggressive like that with them?
What's your thought on WWF's TNT show in 1984?
I think the problem with that was it was a good idea. I just think it was too much weekly, and I think that's why it ran its course so quick. You know, there were only so many great interviews you have on that roster, and to put them on almost like a late-night talk show format to discuss storylines. I mean, it's not like what we do with Marty Jannetty and Tony Atlas that could go on for eternity. And I think that's why, again, why it had a short shelf life. I thought it was fun for what it was.
Well, the Hell in a Cell is supposed to be keeping them in the cell, but I guess it's keeping them from...
Maybe they're going to climb up the cell.
Technically, the match hasn't started yet, though, so...
The referee is in no rush to try and get them in the ring.
You need John out there.
There it is.
So,
Slam it like
you know what's going to happen now? They're going to get that lock, baby.
There
Who
you
do you
go.
think he is? The Undertaker? Oh, jeez.
Well, fans, if you missed it, last night we had a a 1997 WWF Bad Blood Watch Along, which featured the very first Hell in a Cell match, which pitted The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. I consider it a classic, one of my favorite matches of the 90s. Watch Bad Blood and then watch along with us and see our crazy thoughts on it.
Why does it have the SmackDown graphic with the title? I guess they never changed it.
You'd think Randy would be more comfortable in his tights than having jogging pants on, but what do I know?
I think he has tights on underneath.
No, he does, but I mean, you'd think he'd want to take them off.
He doesn't.
He's like Angel Garza. He's got to wait for the right moment.
So maybe that's what he's going to go.
Oh, like Miss Elizabeth used to do for Lex Luger. Remember? She used to rip up the shirt
That's true,
and the pants.
Yeah. When they turned Miss Elizabeth into a kinky little thing.
Yeah, you like that. You loved her.
Like cupcakes.
You loved her.
Cupcakes husband, you think? Oh, my goodness.
Rick, you look wonderful.
But Pure got a good kick out of us mentioning the croissants. Who do we got here now?
Maria got back to me. She's all excited about the Steelers being 6-0. Hi, Matt. The Steelers 6-0. What do you know? Pittsburgh is crazy.
We got our good friend DB tuning into the what is this?
What is this?
A watch along?
Uh-oh.
We got the watch along. You know what? We need to take a picture of this to show the fans at home exactly what our vision is like as they watch us. Because it's kind of an interesting setup. Christmas is 2 months from today. You think video would be better or a photo?
Just a little video, I guess.
We'll put this online afterwards. All right, 3, 2, 1. For you fans that watch our live streams, this is behind the scenes of what we see while you guys are watching us. The camera with the red light, believe it or not, is the one that we use. Because Mr. Sacco is so cold, we have this little robotic
get the socks in there.
Heater. Got to get the socks in. Got to get the boost energy in. I'll keep my liquor bottles under the table, and then we get Dave.
What's up, guys?
We got our set behind us, and this is what it looks like. This is our Thunderdome, baby. This is MWF Studios. See you soon. You know what? I'm going to put it up now on YouTube. I think I can do that through my phone.
I bet Dan remembers the red bikini from the first SummerSlam.
You talk about a great disappointment. Now, you probably don't remember this, Dave, because I don't think you've ever watched the weekly TV shows leading into SummerSlam 88.
No.
But they promised
Miss Elizabeth is going to have on an itsy bitsy teeny weeny polka dot bikini. Yeah.
And then at SummerSlam 88, did she have on an itsy bitsy teeny weeny polka dot bikini? It was almost like a granny bathing suit.
I was just going to say, no, it wasn't, yeah.
It was a letdown. And then even though she had on the granny bikini, DiBiase and Andre were like, shell-shocked. Oh, my God, Elizabeth's belly button. So I don't know about you, but were you let down by the itsy-bitsy, teeny-weeny polka dot bikini at SummerSlam? I know they just released an Elizabeth action figure where she has that SummerSlam outfit on. We should get that for the set. I have to send an email out. Are you worried about the itsy bitsy teeny weeny polka dot bikini? Oh, he's really interested.
I want to see what
that was the itsy bitsy teeny weeny polka dot bikini. So is that a little bit of a letdown to you?
Yeah.
From how Macho Man described it? Yeah. But I tell you, we'll have to do a SummerSlam watch along. If you saw DiBiase and Andre's reaction, you would have thought she was naked. They started going.
Did they do?
Wow. And Jesse Ventura too, because he was the guest referee. They were, in shock that she had on that bathing suit.
Oh, is that? That's got to be the gif of Andre when he's like all shocked in the ring.
Probably, or that might have been the snake when Damien went after him, as he did a good job selling that too. But they really oversold the itsy bitsy teeny weeny polka dot bikini.
Oh, this one must have been Damien.
That's the snake.
Yeah.
Yep. Saturday night's main event. And that when he did the fake heart attack, that was for those of you guys that were around for that. If you remember,
right in the knee, man, Jesus.
when Andre had the heart attack and Bobby Heenan tried to give him CPR, that
Mouth to
was
mouth?
great. No, but he was banging on his chest for dear life. You know, Andre was acting like he was dead because the snake hit him. Oh, it was hilarious, and it was a good angle because they must have got 6 months out of Andre and Jake, even though Andre beat the shit out of Jake every night because he didn't like him.
Oh, right off the knee.
He'd step on Jake's hair and he'd try and pull Jake up off the mat so his hair would pull out of his head. And
I've heard
Andre
this
got
story.
nasty with Jake.
Talked about it when he was on the Rogan podcast.
Well, but it was nothing as hellacious as what's going on right now.
Oh, Randy's taking the
The
pants off.
Thunderdome in Orlando, Florida. Looks like cupcake. Oh, I shouldn't say.
Dan, at least Liz was wearing something seductive in SummerSlam 88.
But was that really seductive? Again, it looked like a grandma's bathing suit from the 50s because Randy was worried about showing off her body. She's a pretty woman, you know, but I mean, was it all that much more revealing than what she'd usually wear to the ring in a dress? I don't think so. You know, I was 7 years old, so you know, Elizabeth was one of my first little Dan Marati crushes. I wanted to see it itsy bitsy, you know, teeny weeny. It wasn't even really all that red. What are you gonna do? Critics. And I thought SummerSlam 88 sucked. Did you like SummerSlam 88? I'm sure you've seen it at some point.
Did I like it?
I didn't.
No, I was going to say it was nothing right. I remember, like you said, it was whatever. But back then it was, you know, I bet if you were watching it back then, did you like it? Or you don't know?
No, even then.
Really?
So that was the first WWF pay-per-view we could get in Melrose. We were able to get Great American Bash the month before. But
That's
that
right,
was
you were saying that.
NWA, yeah. But that was the first WWF one we could get. It was just like, it wasn't bad, but it was, you know, back then when there were only 4 a year, you'd get really excited as opposed to this.
Oh, what is
This.
what is going on?
He looks like he's trying to give the cage a little Ayanna Pollock treatment.
Baby.
Oh, Annie would love to get her hands, amongst other
He
things,
says
on some of these
SummerSlam 88
talents.
was okay. I like the Bulldogs versus the Rougeaus match.
Rougeaus, Stark and Raymond, the Mountie. Yeah, that was pretty good. Well, anything with the Bulldogs was pretty good, right?
Hulk Hogan and Don Morocco matches were one of the greatest matches of wrestling feuds.
You're talking, I think Morocco and Hogan, you're talking 84, I think. And Morocco was a good foil, even though they never had a big TV type feud or a pay-per-view type feud.
I remember when Jesse and Vince Jr. were arguing about touching the bar on the weight rack.
Oh, with Dino Bravo, over how many pounds of pressure that Jesse added to it? That was at the first Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
if that's what they're talking about.
I don't really say it, just reading the questions. Loving it.
Bum, 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 bum. That's like a song that babies should come out of the womb to. Drew McIntyre's theme song.
No,
What a great entrance that
You know,
would
it'd be much better. Bum, 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 bum.
Well,
As the baby's coming out.
here's the head.
Bum, 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 bum.
Now, did they? I don't know. We couldn't hear it. Did the Cell song play tonight?
I don't know. Well, no,
I haven't
Randy
paid
attacked him early while it was, I don't know. But
I haven't paid attention either for the other two
with
matches.
the lights flashing in the delivery room too. Bum, bum,
Yeah, right,
bum,
yeah.
bum, bum.
Maybe a little pyro.
With maybe Kayla Braxton, she'll interview the baby.
I tell you this, to any man out there that's having a child, cover your eyes. if either, I know neither, well, you may, but I don't think you have a child.
What?
You don't have a child, right?
I hope not.
Well, his seeds could have planted a forest, but I don't think he has any that I know
No, I
of.
don't have it.
But I mean, if to any man out there, just cover your eyes. Don't look. It's a sight.
What's the site?
The baby coming into the world.
Oh, No.
Just don't look.
You ever see Honky Tonk Man shoot on Jake the Snake about the guitar shot?
I've heard so many Honky Tonk Man interviews over the year. Probably, I know he resents Jake claiming that he had lifelong neck problems because of the guitar shot that Honky gave him. But from what I remember, the guitar was supposed to be gimmick that Honky used on Jake, and it wasn't. But I don't know if you could blame Honky Tonk Man for that. I would blame the personnel that WWF had at the time that would be responsible to, manipulate the object so it wouldn't cause extreme injury. But Honky potatoed him with that guitar leading into WrestleMania 3. And look at what happened to Jake. Funny enough, remember earlier when we watched Survivor, we did a Survivor Series 87 watch along for you guys Thanksgiving Eve. And I talked about how they tried to do Jake and Honky 4 months in a row in Boston. That's because of what he's talking about, where Jake had heat with Honky because when Honky potatoed him with the guitar wasn't gimmicked, and he took it full force, and he was injured as a result of it. And
that's it.
Maybe that made his substance problems worse. I don't know. Educated guess. But if you watch our Survivor Series 87 watch along on Thanksgiving Eve, or even in the future in the archives, there's a little bit of a backstory because they tried to do in Boston at the Boston Garden, Honky Tonk Man versus Jake Roberts 4 months in a row. And there's a backstory to it that I explain on that. I look forward to having Jake here to tell his side of it. Honky Tonk I'd love to have here too. Subscribe to the Patreon and help make it happen, baby. It's in the description box below. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're one of our Facebook friends, get on over to YouTube and subscribe. We have 3 great weekly in-studio shoot interview talk shows with Marty Jannetty, Tony Atlas, and John Cena Sr. We do TV podcast-style reviews of Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, and NXT. We do Wrestling Insider flashback clips several times during the week. We have special edition episodes like tonight at 11 o'clock, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, here in this studio. We have a lot of fun, but we got to eat. Literally, we haven't eaten all day. I want one of those croissants that Pure Freighter used to get me. Pure, kid, I know you're not watching, but if for some reason you are after those texts, I don't want the coffee or any of the other shit. Just get me one of those delicious croissants. DB, you could get me a croissant or something.
Oh, that was nice.
It's beautiful.
Kevin says, Dan, I might subscribe only if you didn't avoid my typing.
Ken, I couldn't see what you were writing right now if you offered me, if you said you were going to subscribe for life. He's reading off of his little cell phone, and I'm as blind as a bat. Now, if it's a situation where I'm on the laptop,
that's what he's talking about.
Well, I don't have the laptop.
Because he said this earlier that you avoid always.
Ken, I never avoid you, brother. Don't make me get Maria after you. She was at the Pittsburgh Steelers game today. We miss you, Maria. She reminds me of a West Side Story. Swinging neck breaker from the champion.
Ooh, kip up.
He's ready. He's battered. He's bruised, but he's fighting.
The Steelers played in Nashville.
Well, it was a long ride, I guess. Maybe I couldn't figure out because it was an afternoon game. I figured she could have made it home for the watch along.
Such a wicked patient.
Oh, God, Maria Davis, we love you, kid.
So what, does she live in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Huge fan. She's always on the premieres with us. And again, fans, if you want to help keep the legends working, if you want to help us bring 5 brand new superstars to this studio in the month of December that we already have lined up, I'm talking to even more. The super chat button in the premiere is open, baby. It's that little gray S with the $ symbol through it. Click it. Any amount helps. We got to eat. We're hungry. We've been here all day. The superstars you want to come in and shoot and entertain you, they're not free. I wish they were free. It'd make the job a lot easier. Look at that belly to belly. Randy Orton never fails. I'll say that much about him. He's been with WWE now on the active roster since the spring of 2002. And the only thing I ever can remember even remotely not good from Randy Orton was that horrible 2-match pay-per-view series he had with Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania in Orlando. And then they did a, haunted house match, cinematic, if you will.
Yep.
And boy, did that suck.
Don Morocco, Dino Bravo match in SummerSlam 88 was a good match.
I'm glad you liked it.
That was Kevin Goosh.
Kevin, were your eyes open or closed when you watched it?
Or were you under the influence?
How many beers did you have the night you watched SummerSlam 88? Because to me, Dino Bravo was one of the worst regulars they ever had that had a long run. He's up there, he's like with Titus O'Neil. When he moves, it looks like he's trying to run in a swimming pool. It's so slow. But in one man's opinion, Dino Bravo had so many different managers, too. He had Johnny V when he was with the New Dream Team. He had Frenchie Martin, Jimmy Hart. I mean, they pushed and pushed and pushed, and just nobody cared about him. I can't think of one good match that Dino Bravo had in, how long was he there? He had a run in the early 80s, and then he was back, I think, from 86 through 92. And I tell you this is comical because of how bad I think Dino Bravo is. His final match was on a European tour. Someone got sent home or someone had a baby, so they had to rearrange the show. And I don't know if you remember how bad and limited the Iron Sheik was when he was Colonel Mustafa. Do you? Slow he was?
Big time.
Why would you keep bolt cutters under the ring in a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view?
Well, on Monday, he had it hidden over the barrier, so he was being crafty. Drew hid them on the other side on Monday.
So wouldn't you inspect the ringside area and under it? If he hit it on Monday night, he wouldn't.
Who's worse in the ring, Dino Bravo or JYD?
Ooh. Let me just finish my story. Dino Bravo's last WWF match, picture this now, was the Legion of Doom against Dino Bravo and Colonel Mustafa. I'd love to see who took the Doomsday device in that one. Jesus. That must have been atrocious. Who was worse? JYD drew a lot of money. He had a lot of charisma. Dino Bravo was a big draw in Montreal, too. But the Dino Bravo that was in WWF?
No good.
But at the end, JYD in 88, too, was god-awful when he put on all that weight and was as high as a kite. I still have to say Bravo, because to me, Bravo comes to mind is just everything he did being bad.
They got to be going to the top of the cell.
Yeah. Maybe Dino Bravo would have been up there if he was still with us. He had a beautiful theme song.
Randy's face is funny. He looks like he doesn't want to climb. Did you see that? He looked up and just went, shook his head like, I don't want to do this.
But why climb up there? You know what I mean?
You know what? Hell in the Cell match I loved to Randy's was the one in Providence when he worked Undertaker, which caused poor Bob his job. But did you go to that one?
Yeah.
That was a good.
Yeah, absolutely.
That wasn't the best show.
Oh, look at this
but that Hell in the Cell main event was.
H&M Limousine. Would Tony Ellis be interested in drawing a portrait of my mother and myself if I supplied the picture? I will compensate him whenever his rate is. Please let me know.
Yes. Can you type on that?
Yeah.
I'm going to have Dave type the address, BW at bostonwrestling.com.
At Boston Wrestling.com.
Shoot me an email at what Dave's putting on right now, BW at bostonwrestling.com, and I can set it up with you. If you want to email a picture, if you want to mail a picture that you want Tony to draw.
Well, let me post that. It says that you can't put anything like that on the chat.
What?
I don't know. It said it was removed because you can't put links or email address.
I can't put my own email address on it?
Nope.
We got to get rid of this bot then. All right, so what was the person's name again?
His name was H&M Limousine.
H&M Limousine. I'll take a ride too. But shoot me an email, BW at bostonwrestling.com, or even leave a comment in the comment section below, because I'll never find it in this chat, and we can set it up. Tony can take a picture off the computer, or if you want to send us a physical picture. He just did a nice family portrait for the group. I think it was a son, a father, and a grandfather down in Houston. So it'll come out really nice. Actually, you know what? Let me see.
Look, they already got the.
Oh my God! I thought didn't it look like it was a ladder or something at first? That big chain.
Whoa!
Oh,
shoot.
take it easy.
You knew problems were going to happen when I moved, right? But just to show him, brother, not to block your handsome face, Dave, but
No, dude.
this was a drawing that Tony did of the Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom, that we have up on eBay. It's 18 by 24, and he could do it of your family, or if anyone else is watching, if you want a wrestler, a pet, family, friends, you help keep a professional wrestling legend working, and you get a really great piece of artwork. I mean, I know you've seen this one, I think,
Oh
right?
my God, it's beautiful.
Isn't it nice? The Kamala one just sold.
So much detail.
unfortunately.
It's definitely
Yeah.
worth it.
He
Definitely
spends so
worth
much
it.
time, and it's not on cheap paper either. It's high quality.
What the
So
hell is
hopefully
that?
I
Is that
don't
a
knock
pipe?
everything over.
What is it? A lightsaber?
I think it's the bolt
He's got like,
cutters.
but no, he's got like a
It's
look
like
at
a
it,
lead pipe.
but it's got like a black handle. So I thought it was like
Oh,
a
it almost looks
lightsaber.
like the thing the Mountie used to zap people.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, of course. What the hell is it?
Looks like a lead pipe.
Who does he think he is? Ed Ketta?
Oh my God, if they go through this. Wrestling on top of those things, I don't even care. I'd be kind of nervous because if that ever broke, oof. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, though? After the unfortunate Owen Hart incident, I would feel safe. Because I know there's even extra precaution taken with these situations nowadays.
But you never know if that's going to, with all that weight.
Anything can happen, sure. But I would feel comfortable with it. I know what the production people go through
To fix it, yeah.
to make sure that things are done safely. I could understand anyone that would be hesitant to do it, though, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a heights guy. But if it was part of my job to go up there and I was forced to, I would feel comfortable enough to do it. Definitely not a heights guy. Definitely not a heights guy.
You think you'd be able to climb this, though?
With those holes, yeah, I could get up. See, right there, right
Yeah, we
there.
were just talking about
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, no. I don't
They
know
didn't
how
always have the
Undertaker and
holes.
that's what I mean. I don't know how Mick Foley ever did it.
Especially in the wrestling boots.
Yeah.
Like, there's no give to those
Yeah.
things. That's what I never understood either.
It's almost like they're cheating. Where they can put the
Right,
thing
that's
in,
what I was saying. And the thing is, they got to find those too. Look at, they look for them because they don't just go down.
I would find this more dangerous than being on the top of the cell.
Oh yeah, because if
trying
you
to get
miss,
down. If you're footing, yeah, you
What
go.
about an RKO off the cell?
no, really, that would be dope to watch. But I don't know, man.
Bum, bum,
Oh man, we could get something. Imagine he just falls flat back.
Give me a little color, baby. Right there.
Give me an RKO off the
Blade
cell.
on the cell. That's what I want to see. Be like Bret Hart. Hide it under your tongue. Is there anything at ringside other than the table? I haven't really noticed.
Me either.
That's a decent. Whoa!
Oh, he did go. Oh,
Could be it.
I think McIntyre will win now. Usually the guy who takes the biggest bump.
Look at that. They even have little platforms for them to stand on. Did you notice that?
no, I was just looking.
Look at Randy's feet.
Oh
See
my
those?
God, they do. Come on. That was dope though. I want to see the replay of it.
Remember he tossed the guy in the Pujami prison?
Yep.
I can't. What were their names? The Singhs?
Yeah, the
Was
Singh
that
The
it?
brothers.
Singh brothers are the
Yeah.
Bollywood boys now.
Yeah, well,
They just returned this past Friday night on 205
didn't
Live.
they? Shoot.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed that one. Now he threw those Singhs around like
Oh, like
babies.
yeah,
When he
he first had like little kids.
He didn't know
Oh
how
my
white
God, he's
they
bleeding
were.
out of the mouth. That's awesome. Good
He didn't
effect.
know Drew's bleeding out of his mouth.
Yeah, there was one of the time he did it on SmackDown, and it was like, oh,
He put him on the announce table,
oh shit.
but he didn't know how
Yeah.
he didn't know how white they were until he threw him. You could see it in his face. He went,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was like,
Because
oh,
one bounced
wow.
off. Yeah. It was that he bounced off, right? Like he went.
They made him look like Superman bumping for him
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, he's got some blood in the hair. Ugh. Maybe Orton's gonna win this. Maybe you're right.
oh wow! Look at Tyler Lockett's game so far.
Oh my God. See how killing him?
28-14, or 27-14, I believe.
Now I'm texting with Pure Freighter again as this goes on. She has to see this handicapped bathtub.
Oh, that I could park my car in.
No, this is. I'll show you later, Dave. You'll get a kick out of it. But now, look at that. Last night. You guys can do the commentary, so there was an awkward
Oh,
silence.
sorry. Okay. I
But
thought you were
don't
trying to
wait
show
for me. Oh
something.
no.
I thought you were trying to show me something.
No, I'll show you later
Oh,
on.
okay. Yeah. Look at this. The blood coming out of the mouth. I like the effect.
Especially with the jaw injury that they've been doing for months.
Oh, finally they're gonna show it. That's what I've been waiting for.
Boom.
Oh,
Good shot. Good camera work on that angle.
that was it. Yeah. Oh, look at this one too, Dan. Boom, right through it. It definitely had the bag in it, like with Shane McMahon, but still was good.
Yeah, it's got the bag on.
Because you can see it go stop flattening. But still, either way, to take that, I don't care.
You still fall hard.
And he bounced off it, so it's not like he went down. See, watch, he boom, and then went to the ground. That's awesome. That's dope. Now he's crawling back into the ring. Oh, yeah. It's been a good match, too. I'm not mad at it. It's good.
What the hell was that?
I know, it was like almost like he was going to help him, and then let him go. Get in the ring.
Get his ass in there.
Let's go. It's been a good match so far, though. Lots of
Very
spots.
good. Very good. Lots of spots, lots of action, drama, intrigue.
Absolutely. You got the blood now, a little color.
Different in contrast to the other two cell matches, which is very, very good.
Yes, exactly. They weren't all from
That's
climbing the
all
top.
three matches have been different.
Because you figure, remember, if they could all been climbing to the top or whatever, landing, going crazy.
McIntyre hurt his elbow.
I don't know, on that fall, maybe.
I tell you, fans, we have some great Drew McIntyre autograph material, memorabilia, I should say, in the eBay store. You can find it in the description box below. Help us keep the lights on and bring great wrestling legends to this studio.
Here we go. Okay. Oh, don't do this bullshit.
Bro kick?
Claymore?
I mean, bro kick, Claymore. I called it a bro kick. So stupid. I meant Claymore. And he smiled to roll outside by Randy, at least. Just milking it. Event's running a little bit later than, well, no, it's only 9. I thought it was later than that. It's only 9:54.
I still think they could have done without that little Retribution.
And done that tomorrow night. Because you know what?
Just
if you're going to do it tomorrow night,
you know what I mean?
they will. You know what?
I
They'll
would
probably
have done
do
a
it tomorrow.
segment backstage of MVP. You know what I mean? Set it up for tomorrow night.
You know what, though? They're going to do it tomorrow night.
They'll do it. You'll see Hardy and Elias
Yeah.
tomorrow. You'll see another Retribution and Hurt Business match.
Yep.
It'll all be done.
Absolutely.
Oh, I tell you, what a life. And we got a hell of a main event here at Hell in a
Oh,
Cell.
look, he's using his head. He can't even push him. He's got the broken ribs, the bad elbow, lashes on his back. Oh, falling all over the place. He's ready.
Maybe he's under the influence.
Ready for a little Claymore action,
Yes,
perhaps.
holding that rib cage.
Everything's going to be hurt. Is he going to hit it?
I'll tell you this.
Or is
I
Randy
will be
gonna-
headed to the men's room when you guys do the post-game show.
I have to use it as well.
Well, you got to do the post-game show.
I know that we're after.
I don't know how you guys hold it for so long.
Oh, between the water and the Monster and the adult beverages, and I had one of those, what do they call, body armors, and I had a variety. The color
Here
is
we
going to
go.
be unique.
We get an RKO here? Out of nowhere?
Out of somewhere, maybe.
Oh, he missed it. Good spot.
RKO?
It is.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's over.
Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
It's Orton. I go perfect for the night.
What a disaster.
Wow.
I go perfect for the night.
What a disaster.
Wow.
And let me say this. The wrestling fan in me likes this. Because I
Right,
think
that's
Randy
what I was
Orton's
saying
great.
to him. That's what I said. That's exactly how I described that, Dan.
But as the person that works in wrestling, the person that owns WWE stock,
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre is a long-term prospect for WWE. Randy Orton's a little older than me. He's 40 years old. Drew is younger than that. He has the chance to be the guy. He's got size, height, thickness. He's not a horrible promo. I mean, he's not there yet, but he should not be losing until WWE has a chance to present him as champion in front of live fans to say, yes, this is the guy. We can make the face of the company.
Absolutely.
Or no, this is not going to work. He's a good wrestler, but he's not a top-tier main event guy. He should not have taken a pinfall until live fans are back. WWE made a
Randy pinned him a few
horrendous
weeks
decision. I didn't like that either. That was a horrendous decision. That title does not benefit Randy Orton at all.
Look, you know where we're going to be for TLC? Right here. And I bet we're going to be getting a rematch between the two.
Survivor Series.
I don't think they're going to do it at Survivor Series. They showed the graphic with the 3
Oh,
colors.
you think they're going to do Randy and Roman? Or whoever the champions are going to be,
Yeah,
you mean?
I think it'll be those two. Because they showed the graphic with the multiple colors.
I hope they don't do that.
I hope they don't do it too. But
At least if they do it, they don't include NXT too, because that was just too
that's
much.
definitely getting included.
Everything was triple threat.
Oh, they're doing it. You know they are. They have to.
They
That's
even
how
showed
they
the
do it.
graphic with the colors.
Well, yeah. Hopefully they're just colors.
I mean, I would love for them to go away from that. But I don't know.
Wow, and it was such a good match. I hate to make it seem like I'm putting it down. It was a great effort by both guys, but and I think I've said it on every show that I've done with you and you, Drew McIntyre should not have been pinned until they had live fans to get instant reaction to how over he was or how unover he was as a top guy.
That's it.
And I go perfect for the night.
You did good,
buddy.
Prodigy.
Good job.
I'm usually good with my predictions.
All right, wrestling fans, on WWE Network, up next, it's 30 Days of the Dead Man special with The Undertaker. But in 1 hour from now, at
In 2
11
minutes.
o'clock, replaced by us, will be myself and WWE Hall of Famer, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, for a
Dan's gonna
special
go change,
edition.
though.
I do. I
He's
have
gotta
to
go
change.
change.
I have my blue shirt in the back. Special edition of Wrestling Insiders where Brutus Beefcake shoots on the year 1988. If you were a fan of wrestling in a different era, if you love WWF wrestling, Brutus and I have a great shoot interview coming up at 11 p.m. tonight. But let's wrap up this one where I have to do all the technical work. I'll go first. I was impressed by this show. The 3 cell matches were all different. You know I'm not a huge fan of the women's wrestling, but it wasn't atrocious. The only thing I can really say I didn't like from an execution standpoint was the Elias stuff. And I didn't like that. Again, I don't want to repeat myself, but I don't think Drew McIntyre should have taken a pinfall until there were fans in the crowd. They messed up. They had a chance.
Out of 10.
If it wasn't for the finish of the last match, I'd go higher. I give it 7 out of 10. And now you guys take over.
I give it the same 7 out of 10.
Well, you got to give some more feedback than that, kid.
I wanted to say it before you left,
Oh, all
but
right.
I guess that's all.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
never
say
go too
to him,
far.
I guess.
I'm like Santa Claus. I hear everything.
I give it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was a solid show.
All right. You two handsome gentlemen, take it from there.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll see you at 11 o'clock. I got to get ready for Brutus.
Yeah. I thought it was a solid show overall. I'm glad the stuff that was bad about the show, like the Miz and Otis and the Retribution and Hurt Business and Hardy and Hardy and Elias, all of that stuff was quick.
Right.
The Hurt Business and Retribution, that match was 2 minutes. Miz and Otis,
Little long, but I
a
mean,
little long, but Miz winning was good.
but your prediction can.
Prediction was good.
But this whole thing now can be good because now Orton has the title too. So, like you were saying, remember?
Yeah, and the whole thing with the Miz and Orton, I really
him
think
going.
that's going to happen. I mean, especially with November 23rd being a Monday, I really think it's going to happen now. Miz getting the briefcase, Orton getting the title, I think it's going to happen. I get people are going to say, oh, heel versus heel. But if you have the briefcase, cash in on anybody.
Right. It doesn't matter.
If I'm a heel, it doesn't matter who's champion. If you see an opportunity,
You got
cash it in.
Yep.
Especially,
You got to do it.
especially if they do Randy and Drew at Survivor Series.
Right.
Or you can have Randy and Roman Reigns and have Miz cash in after that.
Yeah, absolutely. During
You
the
could
match.
see that. to
That would
end the
add
show.
something to Survivor Series too. I
Yeah.
totally agree. That would be great. Yeah, the whole event, we even expected. We didn't think the Bayley Sasha would be that good, but it ended up being better than we thought.
The 3 Hell in a Cell matches, I think, were very, very good. And that's why I gave it a 7. I think if you got rid of the other, if you just take out Retribution and the Hurt Business, that 10 minutes they took up with the match and the brawl and the pre-stuff, I'd bump it up to an 8. Just because it takes away more than it adds.
Right.
Miz and Otis, I wouldn't say it took away from the show, but it didn't add. So it's
I'm
in that
going
gray
7.
area.
I'm going 7 out of 10. I thought it
So
was a great
everybody
show.
gives a 7 out of 10. And then even Elias
3
and Hardy.
7s.
Elias and Hardy didn't take away much, and it didn't add anything. So again,
But it didn't hurt it. So that's
it didn't
the main
hurt
thing.
it.
Exactly.
So that's why I think if you take out that Retribution and all that other stuff, I think it's a solid 8 out of 10. But we all give it a 7 out of 10. Guys can leave in the comments what you think of the show. You could say anything from a 10 out of 10 to a 0 out of 10. It's up to you, fans. We'll look back in the comments right here what you guys think. Give it 0 out of 10. If you think it was god-awful, 0. If you think it was the best show you've seen, 10. I want to hear you guys' feedback. And even if you have thoughts about it, give us your thoughts.
Let us know.
So
Maybe you agree with us. Let us know that too.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going right now. 3 out of 10, 4, 5 out of 10, a 4 out of 10. All right, great. Your
Nice.
opinions.
So as we wrap up here, we got Brutus the Barber Beefcake at 11 o'clock. We got our reviews this week. We got Tony on Tuesday, Marty on Thursday, and John Cena Sr. on Friday. We got a lot going on this week. As we review everything, we might be trying to doing a 3-person podcast review style in the future. We'll see. But that's it from here as we wrap up Hell in a Cell. Now we move on to, I believe, AEW Full Gear is our next live
November
pay-per-view
7th.
watch along. We'll see you there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matt Degnan.
I'm Dave Cotta.
And we'll see you next time. You and yours, be well. All right, I got to go hit the live thing.
Did he shut us off?
No. I wasn't even on camera.